What is up? What is up, everyone? Give me 1 second here to be take care of some little bit of back end stuff here, and we're going to be live for 3 hours, so we got plenty of time to talk. Let me just go here and let me just make sure we're good to go with everything that I'm trying to get here shared out and all the systems in place here. What's up, Matt? What's up, brother? Everybody, as you join, share this out. Share this out to the local wash groups, so we can get some people coming on here and bidding on some items and talk about some new items we're going to be coming up for our next round. So we're going to be ending this auction tonight, and we have some more stuff we're going to be on the second round coming up. So, all right, I think I'm good to go here. All right, so cool. So yeah, we're going to spend 3 hours. Make sure I have sound. On the second round coming up. I got sound. Verified I have sound on the old telephone. So, all right, so if you guys don't know what's going on or you're just joining, we are doing this, doing an auction to help Don Root and his wife Stephanie, which she's having surgery actually tomorrow morning to have a tumor removed from her brain. So we have a GoFundMe set up for them. We also have an auction. And if you guys want to check out the auction items, I'm going to bring up here live, so you guys will be able to actually bid live tonight on this feed. So not too much of a big deal, but if you want to go check them out beforehand, just go over on Facebook. Don't even leave. Actually, don't even leave here, because if you leave here, you're going to probably have a hard time getting back. I'll bring up the feed and we'll share it, and we're going to end it at 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock is going to be over. So at 9 p.m., the auction is going to end. So in a few minutes, I'll bring up the page and we'll get it on there. We're gonna have some guests joining us. We actually have a special guest tonight joining us. That's going to be joining us in a little while. I'm going to start sending some links out for some guests to join, and let me just go over here and get some links ready. This is going to be kind of an open talk tonight. If you guys have any questions or whatever, if you guys have any industry questions or whatever it is, we're going to be here just chit chat and then trying to get this auction numbers for these items up so we can help Don Root and his wife as much as we possibly can. All right, let me just look over here and see. All right, yep, we're good there. All right. All right, we got good to go. Okay, good to go. All right, so let me bring in the auction page first. I'll bring on the Facebook page where the auction's at, and I'll have it up here so we have that. We can kind of look through it as we go through, and you guys can type in your bids here. I'll tell you what the highest bid is, and if you actually want to go to the group, you can go to the group. If you want to go there, you're by yourself. You can just search Cleaning Industry Auction to Help the Roots. That is on Facebook. But I'll scroll through the stuff here tonight, and we can actually bid right here. And I will place your bids for you, or you can go onto the group and do it yourself. Doesn't matter. Either way, auction ends at 9 o'clock. So we'll start scrolling through here a little bit. So first up, we got a pail sprayer from Mark Talanio and a bunch of Deco swag he is going to throw in. That's not the actual pail lid sprayer you're going to get. That's a prototype. The one you're going to get, he says, is going to be all powder coated, and really it's going to be done nice. Right now, that high bid for that item is, let me go through the item. It's at $81.50. So yeah, $281.50 for that. That's a $400 value. So we'll just leave that up for a little while in case you guys come on. If you're interested in that, you can just throw a number in here. If not, you can go into the group and throw a number in. As you guys come on, make sure you share this out. Share this out to the local industry Facebook groups, so we can get as many eyes in here tonight as possible, and help them out as much as possible. So we have another guest we're going to bring on. We have a surprise guest I'm going to bring on in a minute here. You guys may know him. You may not know him. Depends how long you've been in the industry. But I'm going to share that out to you in 1 second. Let's scroll down and look at another item really fast here on the auction block. Okay, let's take out of that one. Let's go look at this right here. We have a Start Smart box, downstream box from John Sacco. Okay, right now, that's a $600 value. Right now, the winning bid on that item is, let me just look through. I see 250, I see 315, 325. It looks like 325. 325 right now is the leading bid for that. I need to send that invite out too. All right, let me get these invites out here. I'm a little behind on getting invites out. That's okay. We got a lot of time, fellas. Lots of time. All right. So you guys see that? If you're interested in this box, go ahead and either go to that Facebook group, put your bid in, or comment it here. Right now it's at 325. 325. 325 on the Start Smart downstream box from John Sacco. Good question, Brandon. How does this work? So basically, this auction is ending at 9 p.m. tonight. So we'll end it here live. So we'll be live when we end it. Whoever wins the winning bid on whatever item, I will hook you up, guys. I will connect you with Don, and you guys will figure out how that's going to work. If they're going to do Venmo or if they're going to donate to his GoFundMe or whatever way you guys have to pay him, give him that donation for that amount, and then once that's done, we'll just reach out to the vendor and say, okay, so and so has paid their fundraiser amount. Go ahead and ship them the item. So we're trying to make it pretty simple, as much as possible. So that's how that's going. So that was a very, very good question. Let me just look here. I'm just trying to make sure I got getting these links out. I'll show you another item in a minute. We do have some more items that are coming on. Not sure if they're going to be going on tonight's block or not because they're brand new. We have some stuff that's going to be coming. So we'll see. We will see. So let's go here and go down to I'll show you guys another item, and then I'm going to bring on a guest. All right. All right, here we go. Let's move to another item. Next item we're going to look at here, yard signs. So we actually have 3 sets of yard signs from Dope Marketing, Dave Carroll. So yard signs, you can only win 1 set. So don't bid in all 3 sets. You can only win 1 set. So just remember that. If you bid on all 3, if you win, it'll be the highest one you'll get, and the next one will go to the next person. So right now, 100 double-sided yard signs from Dope Marketing. Right now, the highest bid on that is at $220. So right now, it's at $220. That's a $425 value. So we need to get that up a little bit. We need to get that up a little bit also. That one is at $225 on the yard signs. I see Mr. Kevin Paul is here. What's up, Kevin?
Oh, not much, man.
Yeah, so the items are, if you actually want to see the items and not see them here, if you want to go over there and bid and look at them yourself, just go on Facebook and search for Cleaning Industry Auction to Help the Roots. And you'll find the Facebook group, and that's where you can actually place the bid. Inside of there, Brenda. What's up, Paul? I see Kevin Paul's here. Kevin Paul just got back from his home show. Let me see if I can change the view to get us a better view here. No.
You trying to make me look better?
I'm trying to keep that up, but I'll take the up and down through the night. That's fine. We got Jared here. Jared's showing it right now. Got some Jared here. We got Kevin Paul here.
I tell you what, home shows whoop you.
Home show was it? Right?
Oh, it was great, yeah. But man, I'm wore out, tired. I mean, it's like working a full day.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. Those home shows are tough. Hold on, I just got a message here. Let me check it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Don just texted me. I think Don's going to try to come on. They just got down. I think it's Charleston they're going to for the surgery. They just got there. at the hotel. But he just sent me, they're going to use Zelle. So they're going to use Zelle. So that's going to be the best thing, I guess. You guys can pay them. Everybody should have Zelle straight to your bank. If not, you guys can work it out. That's easy part to work out. So awesome. Thank you, Don. Don just texted me that. Yeah, home shows are they can be awesome though, man. I mean, you can meet a lot of different people there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Get in front of the community in different ways. So that's pretty good. You did that. It's pretty good. You did that. I seen you had gave away that Yeti cooler, man.
Gave away the Yeti cooler. Like I said, luckily I gave it away, and the winner was actually there. He was one of the officers, walking around patrolling the place, so I didn't have to bring it back home.
Nice.
That worked out. Yep.
Nice. Let me send out. Oh, I gotta send another link out. Hold on 1 second, fellas.
Yeah, it seemed like he was kind of shocked that he won that cooler.
Yeah. Well, everybody was like, "Oh, it's rigged. It's rigged." I was like, "No, it's not rigged. He just so happened to put in and spun the wheel."
Yeah, you use that name generate picker. I mean, that's you can't manipulate that thing, dude. That's why I use that. You can't manipulate that. I used to do it all the time for like giveaways and stuff.
That's why I did it on the live video too. Like, hey, here it is.
Yep. Goes wherever it goes, it goes. I mean, you can't control that. You can't control where it goes.
They were just joking. Bunch of contractors. I mean, it was a good show for my first one.
That's good. Yeah, and you learned some stuff, I'm sure, from that one.
Yep.
You'll definitely learn some stuff to do differently.
Well, then we'll be set up at the PWMCA next with the other business. So. Yep.
Let me see. Let me message. Sacco. John, you guys know John Sacco? Everybody knows John Sacco.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's all right. I heard.
Yeah, he's okay. Depends on what day of the week it is. Honestly, it really depends. Some days he could be okay. I mean, some days, nah, John Sacco's awesome, dude. Hold on, Don Root just sent me another message.
He's a wealth of knowledge, that man.
Oh, he's got Venmo too, so Don's got Venmo and he's got Zelle. So yeah, you guys are covered, man. No matter what, you guys are covered. Yeah, John's a smart dude, man. I like John.
Yeah, I mean, even this year, I learned some stuff from him, and he was. I needed to change the oil of my pump, and he listed top 10 products to use. I was like, oh shit, never even. It's the small thing you don't think about. What pump oil was the best? And he showed it, and it was cat pump oil. So I went right out and bought a case of it. That way, I always have it in stock, and I can change it whenever I want. It was all thanks to coming to the event and learning some new stuff.
Yeah, man, and that's the cool stuff, man, about going to the events and stuff. I mean, so this next item I got shown here, guys. This is a website. Okay, this one has a reserve on it. So this one has not meant to reserve. There's a $9.99 reserve in this. This one is Mike Rhodes from Local Power Up will build you a 5-page website for pressure washing or Christmas lights with 6 months free hosting. That's $2,500 value. So that's a $9.99 reserve in that. Right now it's at $200. We got to get that to $9.99. I mean, $9.99 is a steal for a professional website done. And I'll show you guys, if you guys want me to show you, I'll show you through the night. I'll show you an example of a website I know he did. He does nice websites. So here, I actually pull it up right now, and I'll share that out to show you guys. He did James' website from Consider It Done. So I can share that one. Let me see. Stop sharing. All right. Let me see. Share screen. All right. So he also did the PWMCA website, by the way. But that one, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff in there because he keeps telling me, hey, I want to do this, do that. I'm like, yeah, man, right now we see the basic, but he's been awesome. So here's a website he did for James. All right. Nice website, man. Nice website. He's got I like you see how you guys see how I scroll, the number stays there. See that? Like always, like that's one of the key things, man. Being able to contact somebody easy. See, it's there. He's got that. He's got the maps. He's got the links. He's got their pages for roof cleaning. I mean, he did a really good job on his website. So this is one of his websites. The reserve in this is $9.99. $9.99. So if you can get a website, if you won that at that reserve, if it didn't go higher at $9.99 for the website plus hosting for 6 months that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
The hell of a deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal, man. That's a really good deal. All right, guys, we got a special guest here joining us right now. So let's stop the stream. We got some old school. He's been around for a long time. The new guys might not know him. The old guys definitely know him. You guys ready? Let me get a drum roll because he hasn't been live in these groups for a while. I need a drum roll. All right, here we go. There he is. Mr. Joseph Hardy, a.k.a. the Opinionated Window Cleaner. If you guys don't know, now you do. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Jamie? I don't know about opinionated anymore. I'm still a window cleaner sometimes, but I don't know about opinionated.
I know. I see you. You're doing some other cool stuff, man. That's cool though.
Oh yeah. I got a few other adventures going and everything. How's everybody else doing?
Good, man. We're all here. I mean, we all woke up this morning, right? So we got to say we're doing good.
That's the honest truth.
Yeah. You know.
So it's all about Don tonight, huh?
All about Don, man. Don's in Charleston. I think it's Charleston. I'm pretty sure it's Charleston. We had to go to for the surgery for his wife, Stephanie.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, and some of y'all don't know me. If you ain't never spent time with Don Road, you ain't never spent time with a good man. I'll tell you, that's a good man.
Yep, absolutely. Don is awesome, man. Don is awesome. He's a good guy, man. So, they're going through it right now with this. It's taking a toll on them. It's taking a toll. And not just this. Don. A lot of people don't know Don was. And I didn't want to say anything because Don, that was Don's business, but he did come on live the other night and he did tell everybody. So Don was dealing with his own medical issues, for a while now. Since you guys see him in Florida 2 years ago, he was dealing with some medical issues himself. So it hurt him a lot, man. It hurt him with, his business and stuff and what he can do. And now, his company's up for sale. He's selling because he has to take care of his wife. He's going to be.
I didn't realize he was selling his company.
Yeah, he's selling. He's selling his company. He said he's going to be home with her for a couple months, taking care of her, and he doesn't, it's just them two, and it's hard. So yeah, he's selling. Unfortunately, it's a shame, man. They're really good people, but he'll bounce back, man. He'll bounce back once she gets out of the surgery, gets healed up. He'll bounce back and do something. I mean,
Don's good. I mean, like I said, I've done some jobs with Don before. Actually, been on jobs with him and done them. And I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better guy to either work with as a friend or work beside as a partner. I mean, either way, he's one of the people straight up.
Yeah, he is. He's always, and he's cool too, man. He's a cool dude. Don's cool. He is cool. Now he is loud when he drinks. He is loud. Don is loud. I will say.
Loud,
Don
is microphone in his hand.
Yeah, he's freaking loud. I will tell him that. Don. Our feed just froze up. You see that?
Yeah, I seen that. I thought it was mine.
No, everybody started circling, like in a circle. I don't know. It's technology, man. We got to deal with it. I mean, it is what it is. Technology is getting crazy. To be honest, we don't even know with this AI stuff and what you can do with AI and stuff now is just.
I tell you what, dude, I'm using AI for a lot of stuff now. I mean, you'd be amazed how much I'm using for in my businesses.
I'm surprised. I am surprised you're using AI because you always would write a lot anyway.
Yeah.
When you write posts, they used to be like really long ass posts.
Oh, I still do that.
Yeah. So AI is. Yeah, I use the hell out of AI, man. I love AI. AI is scary though, man. AI is really scary because it's like, man.
The AI that I use to do a lot of my posts now and stuff, and the way I do it, and you guys can use this in your thing. And for those who don't know, I used to do a lot of pressure washing and window cleaning. I do just a little bit of it now, but I run a thrift store and do online auctions, and I use Facebook to build a big audience. And I tell you, I turn around, take and use AI, and it's actually scary how much that AI that I use has learned me. And now when I'm sitting there typing something into it that I want to do this or that, it's talking back to me just like you were talking now.
Yep. It is.
Scary.
It is scary, man. It actually knows you. I'm sorry to hear that, Brenda. I'm sorry to hear about your dad's passing. Condolences to you guys, and your partner has a brain tumor. Yeah, prayers to her and her family too. It's tough to go through this stuff. You know, it's these parts of things in life are hard to deal with. You know, these are the things that you know that suck. So yeah, we're praying for you guys too, for
That
sure.
stuff, it doesn't discriminate, you know. It goes after
No.
everybody.
It doesn't. No, it does not. Yeah, but AI is crazy, man. I use it, and I don't know if are you using ChatGPT? Is that what you're using?
Yeah, I use ChatGPT a lot. And what I do with it, you know, on my post, and you know me, my Facebook and social media presence is a little bit different than most people's. I want to recommend everybody doing it the way I do it. But I go in and write a long post up, and then I turn around and have AI go in and proofread it and rewrite it a little bit and reword it and tell it what I want. And good God, it's just got so scary on what it is. And you know me, I was completely against AI or not anything like that.
I know. Problem is, man, it's here and it's not going anywhere. So we got to embrace it because it ain't leaving. It's
Sure.
you know. But it's crazy, man. You should mess around with the app one day and with the little button you can talk to. That'll blow your freaking mind. You can have conversations with it.
Yeah, I've done it.
And it talks to you. And it is insane. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. This technology stuff. Let me go over here and look at this. Let me see if I can go look at these.
Looks like we're getting some bids. Seen a couple bids come through.
All right, let me go look. I'll share the screen. Or actually, we'll go over there. We can go over to the Facebook page and see. All right, so yeah, it looks like we got 2 minutes ago, we had Jake Francis commented on something. So let me see how this will refresh. Oh, he commented on the sprayer from Mark Telanio at $290. And like I said, that you're not going to get. That's not the actual spray one you're going to get. That's just a prototype. He said it's going to be all like powder coated and all nice. And Deco's going to throw a whole bunch of swag in there also. He said so. He's going to get swag with that too from Deco.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. That one went up. And then let me see what other one we had 2 bids. So Kyle did something. It wasn't that though. Let me see if we can find the next one. That's there still. The yard signs. Let's look. That's still got 6 comments. That's the same. These yard signs. The website. That website has $1,000, $9.99 reserve, so that's not met yet. Something this right here, guys. If you guys use EBC, in your companies, this is a 55-gallon kit. So it's not 5 gallons. This is a 55-gallon kit. So you get 2 5-gallon. You get 2 5 gallons of this concentrate part you mix together in a 55-gallon drum to make 55 gallons. That's $838 value, and right now the highest bid in that is only $400. So if you guys use EBC, or if you don't use it, you want to start using it. That's something really cool. 55 gallons, and you might say, "Hey, I don't have a 55-gallon drum." Well, you can do it without a 55-gallon drum. Just break down the math, all right? Just use half of each kit, right? And you don't have to make 55-gallon drum, but that makes 55 gallons.
And guys, and I know some of y'all don't know me, but let me tell you something about the pressure washing. I know y'all get in groups and you argue and you fight, and we all do that. And trust me, I've been there. I've seen it all. But one thing you can say about this industry is when it comes time for somebody to pull together and help each other out, we've always done. And I've seen Don reach in his pocket many a times over the years and help another fellow washer out. And it's not about, I don't give a shit if it's $400 value. Hell, if you bid $800, you turn around and help a fellow washer out. Who gives a shit about the extra $400? You know, you guys got to remember, Jamie's run the PWMCA, and years ago when we first started that, Don was one of the founding people with it. He helped build that thing when it was nothing to build. I mean,
Yep.
He was on many of the phone calls late at night trying to figure out what we were doing next and everything.
Yep, Don is, man. He's always been like that. Don is Don, man. He's a good dude. A lot of guys don't know Don. The newer guys don't know Don because he hasn't been on Facebook much the last couple of years because he was dealing with his own health issues, and And also with Facebook in general, not just groups, just in general, just social media, social media has turned into, if you don't have to use it for business, it's kind of like what do you want to be there for? It's turned into this like a cesspool of this.
Jamie, I sit back now and I watch a lot of the social media pages and I watch a lot of the pressure washing sites and everything. And I'll be honest with you, I don't see much difference now than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's just different people say the same stuff over and over a lot of times.
Yeah, well, I think he got off because a lot of the political stuff is why it was driving him crazy. So he skipped off of social media. But yeah, driving everybody crazy.
Yep.
Everybody is going crazy. Let me see. Looking at these bids here. All right, so I just sent this. Let me see. All right, that's the EBC we got going. What else we got going here? Parking garage class. Right now, that's only at $175. That's $1,000 value. If you guys are interested in taking John T's parking garage class, go ahead and bid on this, man, because you get the ticket for that, and you get the ticket to the Hughes Convention. Right now, it's only at $175. Yeah,
that's cheap.
That's cheap, man. John T's class, man. He's got, look, you can see how many people he has in that class there. He's got a really popular class.
Guys, John T knows what he's talking about when it comes to parking garages, and I tell you what, you're not going to find a finer class to attend. I've sat through, not through his whole class, but I've sat there and listened to some of his classes and stuff when we were doing the shows together. And I'm gonna tell you right, you ain't gonna find a fine class.
No, he has a really good class. He has a really good class, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, he does a lot of parking garages. You should notice they say John T, right? Because I always mess his last name up, and he's in. So John T. It's nice and simple. John T. Nice and simple. There you go, baby. John T. I was actually working on something for him. I'm not finished it yet, though. I'll probably go ahead and get it finished up later. I was just having problems with. I'll show you guys a little bit of it. Let me see if I can find it. I was trying to dial it in a little bit better. Here, I'll let you guys see what it's kind of looking like. It's not where I wanted to be yet, but supposed to be surprised, but I guess he ain't gonna be surprised now because he's gonna see it on here.
He's gonna be surprised when he sees it on here.
Yeah. Well, that's true. He is gonna be surprised. So I'm working on his little action figure on ChatGPT. So I just got dialed in a little bit better. But yeah. It's crazy, man.
You forgot one thing.
What?
There's not a thing to do with Babe Ruth on that thing.
I know. That's why I actually went back. It gave me some problems. I did this one for another guy he asked me to do it for. But I did one for John. It did it has a lobster in it and stuff. It was giving me ChatGPT was giving me problems today. It was acting like it didn't want to work. So I got to go back and get in there later on tonight. Yeah, that one has a lobster, but I'm messing around with it. ChatGPT is weird, man. It's like it'll do some things good, and then sometimes it will do things really bad.
The only problem I've had with GPT is when I do
worst case scenario.
What's up, beautiful people?
What's going on, son?
What's up, Joe? How you been?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Good to see you.
Sorry to hear about the old lady.
Hey, Jamie, you're doing this till 9, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna hop back on and I'm gonna eat some dinner. It's been a long day.
Good.
I'll hop back on. All right.
Well, I only got a minute, real quick, guys. We're about to leave and go meet up with her family tonight. We're gonna do dinner, and then I'll come back to the hotel. But the whole family's trying to get together for dinner tonight before tomorrow, obviously. Hey, Joe. Hey, John. Who else is here? I can't really see.
Jared's here.
I'm on my phone. What's up, Jared? I heard people talking. I can't hardly see on my phone. I have my wife right there. She's got to take her meds, so we got to go get some food. I'll put up some pictures and stuff tomorrow, too, after surgery, so everybody can see everybody. But appreciate what you guys are doing tonight, man. Love you all for real.
We're praying for you guys. We're praying for you.
Thanks. She's on the phone with her son right now, so but hang on here. Steph, say hello to everybody.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hey,
Thank you, guys.
You got this,
nothing to
Stephanie.
thank. This is
Yeah,
what we
Thank
do.
you.
We got your back.
This is what we do, guys. This is what we do. We're together for you guys. So
Is that John Sacco?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Joe, the opinionator window cleaner.
Oh, hey, John. Hey, Joe. Hey, Jamie. And who was that?
Hello.
Get healed up. I might
Hey,
decide to
Jared.
go out one night with y'all again.
What was that?
What's that? I don't know.
What did you say? I couldn't understand.
I said, you need to go and get healed up. I might decide to go out partying one night with y'all again. We won't talk about that night. We
Yeah.
might have more time.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to do that pretty soon.
It'll be a few months, but because they got to go inside of her skull. They found her brain, man. They got to go in there and move it to where it's supposed to be. I think that's.
I'm trying to see how far it is.
For those of you who do not know, she's got a tumor on the left side of her brain. They call it the lower brain, pushing up against an area that it works her her balance, her cognitive abilities, and if it grows anymore, they said they could make her go blind, go deaf, where she'd lose balance, where she can't walk, these kind of things. So they got to take the thing out. They said it also where it's sitting could cause a major stroke because it's growing up against a sigmoid sinus vein that puts blood back into your the main vein in your throat that goes back down to your heart. So this is where the blood goes back down, not up into your brain, but out of your brain. And the thing's the size a little bit bigger than a quarter, but where it's sitting, it's just surrounded by a bunch of veins and nerves. So they've got to go in there tomorrow. The doctor said that he's going to do the entire surgery through a microscope. So they got to cut a side of her skull on the left side, probably around the ear area. Take her scalp back, cut out a square in her skull, go inside, and then move all these delicate things out of the way to get to the tumor. And then remove the tumor. If it's grown into the sigmoid vein, they're going to have to replace tissue around that vein so that the vein doesn't bleed. And then they will, hopefully, if everything's good, they'll do a biopsy on it real fast to see if it's what kind of tumor it is and whether she'll need any kind of radiation pinpointed on the tail. This thing has a tail that wraps around the back of her skull. So they might have to do radiation on the end of it, the tip of it, to make sure it doesn't grow back. There's 3 different kinds of tumors that it could be. And if it's number 2 or number 3, they'll have to do radiation. If it's the number 1, which is the best case scenario, it won't grow back. So that's what we're all hoping for. So she doesn't have to go through the radiation after this. So then they'll close her back up. They'll put the piece of skull back in. They will put a plate over the top of it and drill holes into her skull itself and put screws, titanium screws in there to hold the plate in place. She will then have a tube coming out of her skull that will go down, and they will insert that tube into her spine, the lower part of her spine. That way the brain fluids that are up there can drain down into her spine and not allow any kind of either hemorrhage or something like that to happen on the brain. So that's what tomorrow's all about. If everything goes good and there's no infection and no bleeding and no complications in any way, they'll take the tube out in about 3 days, and we'll be able to go home in 4, as long as there's no problems. And then she's looking at about 2 months of recovery at home, where she can't drive, she can't, she's got to be helped because where this thing's sitting, she's still going to have probably some issues with her balance and that stuff for a couple of months. So that's where we're at. And I know I think I heard you say something about my business being sold. Yeah, I'm selling my business. I've got about 500 clients right now. I mean, just not doing any advertising and that, you probably pull off 40 grand, 50 grand out of my clients just not doing anything. I'm getting calls for roof cleaning and stuff already. So I have a website. I've got what's that thing site I've got for all my clients? Everything's online. So I've got it all. Everything's ready. It's if somebody wants to start a business, it's all there. Plus I've got all my equipment. I've got a 5 gallon a minute pressure washer that's on wheels, and then I've got an 8 gallon a minute pressure washer with a hot machine on it. It's a Pressure Pro. It's got a new motor on it, and the pump's been rebuilt. So pretty much due. So everything's good and everything's ready to go. I've got a smart box on there, and I've also got a roof cleaning system on there that's air cleaning system now, that with a 9 gallon a minute air compressor on the back. Paid $1,000 for the air compressor on there. It's all ready to go. Everything's plumbed up with hoses. The thing looks like a I don't even know what we want to call it right now.
18, but we got to get
Got
to
my
the car.
keys. I got my phone. All right, we're good. We're heading down. So anyway, guys, that's where I'm at. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out on Facebook.
Big and loud.
You have a key, Steph? Key?
No, I don't.
What'd you do with it?
I don't have it.
Okay. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you for everything. I'm about to go inside of an elevator, and I'm sure I'll get kicked out of here.
We got you. We got you guys, bro. We're
Thanks, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for everything.
We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Later, guys. Thank you again for everything.
Take care, brother.
All right.
Take care, man. We got you.
So to answer your question, Jared, it's 9. This auction's over at 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going through some of the comments here. Doing great, awesome. Yeah, she'll do great. She'll do fine, man. She'll do. Just afterwards, Don's got to, some rehab and all that. I guess home for a couple months, and then after that, she'll be back on her feet and seeing what he's going to do in his next chapter. I guess because he's going to sell his company. So. If you guys are, what's that? Where's he at? He's in Anderson, South Carolina, right? Anderson, yeah. If you guys are looking for a company out there.
I mean, I've been down there and done jobs with him in that market, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he's got an awesome market. I've actually worked side by side with Don and stuff.
Yeah, he does some nice. Yeah, you went down there because I remember you had to go on that one high ass job. That was really high. That house, the roof cleaning.
Yeah, we done a $5,000 house, and that was when Don was first starting out good, and I went down there and helped him with that. Me and my guys went down and we joined up. And I tell you what, it's a $5,000 ticket. I think we knocked it out in one day, me, my crew, and his crew.
Yep, I remember that.
Nice.
So, yes, you can still. So, go to, Chris, to answer your question, go to the Facebook group. I'll bring it up again real fast here. I'll share it. Hold on. Just if you're not already in the group, if you just search on Facebook, just search for this group, you'll find it. I tried the auction site. There were some issues. Chrome tab. Here you go. Right here. So you just want to search for this group. It's Cleaning Industry Auction to Help the Roots. If you search for that, you'll find that Facebook group, and go in there and put your bids in. We tried to do it on the auction site. But we were having some issues with it. So figure Facebook.
Amy, I had the online auction I could have hooked you up with for it.
So that's what we're using. We're using 32 auction, the same one we use for flip.
No, it's
Um,
a high bid auction I use, and we
yeah.
can auction for it. That would have been. It's easy as hell to use.
Oh yeah, because you do the auction stuff, right? Yeah. I know
Yeah,
you're
that's why
talking
I
about.
on auctions now.
Yeah. Yeah, so it would have been easier. But we'll get through it though. I mean, we just gotta get through it. I mean, it's here. So we gotta get bidding on it, guys. We gotta get over there and start bidding on stuff. Like I said, some stuff is too low. I know we had a let me see. That's still 6 bids. Just go look at this. If you're just joining us, we have 100-yard signs from Dope Marketing, double-sided, full-color yard signs. Right now, the winning bid for 100-yard signs is $210. Right? No, I'm sorry, $220. $220. Colin Miller is winning that bid for 100-yard signs. Dave's got 3 groups of yard signs. He's got 50-yard signs. That's a $300 value. Right now, the winning bid on that is $200. And then he also has a big set, 250-yard signs. That's a lot of yard signs. It's a $1,000 value. Right now, that is sitting at $650. Now, I see Brendan has bid on both these. So here's how this is working with the signs, because Dave said he wants the signs to go to 3 different groups of people. So if you bid on 2 separate signs and you win, say you win that one, if you win, say you won the one for 250 and you also won the one for 100, you would get the higher one. So you would get the 250, and then the next one, the 100-yard signs will fall down to whoever was next winning bid inside there. So hopefully that makes sense.
I got to interrupt you for just a minute here.
Yes.
We got John Seiko in here, and
Yep.
I ain't John Seiko be this quiet in my life. What's up, John?
I know.
You ain't saying nothing. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? No, not much. Just listening. Just let's get on the betting, guys. Let's get on the betting. We gotta raise that money. Very important. So let's start putting the bettings on. But good to see you, Joe. Definitely.
Yeah, everybody needs yard signs. So I mean, this deal that David Carroll put out, I mean, that's huge. So
It is.
guys need to jump on, and everybody needs yard signs. Even if you just got yard signs, put them out and get more. And here's your chance to get a great product. So more people need to bid on them.
Absolutely. And then this, Kevin Paul and his wife donated 100 feet of high pressure hose. Right now that is sitting at $200. So that's at $200. So that's 100 feet, two wire. That's 2 wire. So that's from Kevin Paul and his wife at Zoo City Suds and Supplies. That's that's nice hose, man. That's really good hose, actually. Let me see. I know we had another one come in today. We have a hose reel came in. This just came in today.
Don't forget what you were gonna do. Don't forget what you were gonna do too with yourself. Remember, are you gonna do it on this auction or on the next one?
No, I'm probably just gonna do that, man. Well, once I get it in place, I'll just come up with a number and they can donate to his GoFundMe and I'll just do it for them, or they can send him the money, and I'll just do it for them. So you're talking about doing social media posting and stuff for somebody for like 6 months,
right?
So yeah, I'm not gonna put it in an auction just because I had so many moving parts going on today doing this. So I'll just put it up. I'll come up with a value, make it like half that, and then they can just pay Don or whatever, or the GoFundMe, and I can do that for like 3 people. So, we'll do that. We got a hose reel up here. The hose reel is that hose reel just came on. That's at $250 right now. That's a manual hose reel from AC Lock here in the Washlight store. That's the Mako manual hose reel, the Stingray. He just put that on there today. So that is up on the block. How do we get back here at home? All right, there we go. Anderson. Yes, Anderson. He said he's an Asian. I think James had a couple things he was bidding on in there. What's the website again? I just answered that. One of the big tickets we got in here, man. I already showed it. I'm going to show it to you guys in case you're just joining. This has a $9.99 reserve on it, so that means it can't go for under $9.99. This is a 5-page website for pressure washing or Crystal Lake Company with 6 months free hosting. This is from Mike Rhodes and Local Power Up. That's a $2,500 value. He does really nice websites. He knows what he's doing. If you guys want to see, I'll stop this share. In case you guys are just joining, I'll show you a website that I know he's done. James is in here watching right now. It's his website, actually. So we'll go ahead and we'll show you the website. He did this website for him. He just recently did this. All right. Here's the website. It's a beautiful site. It checks all the marks it needs to do. I mean, it's a nice, it flows beautifully. He's got, I mean, look at the flow. It's got the reviews in there. He's got the quote buttons. He's got where the phone number keeps coming down. They got the blogging set up in there now where they can do the blogs, which is awesome. It's got all the roof cleaning, the gutter cleaning pages. So 5-page website, 6 months hosting. You're not going to get somebody to build you a website. Now, this is also, I will say, these are actually WordPress websites or websites he's building, right? You're not going to get a website for that for $9.99 for $1,000. You're not going to get that. Now you can get maybe like a website that's a I don't even want to start saying different names of like not people. I'm talking about like the platforms. Those other platforms, yeah, they'll build you a cheap one, but it's not like a nice WordPress website. This is a nice website. Like I would do this in a minute, man, honestly. But I've had my website since 2017. I just don't. If I wasn't afraid to just take my website and just burn it down, just because I've had so much on it, I would bid on that in a second. I mean, they're nice websites. So $9.99. If you guys need a website, check that out. And that's if that doesn't hit the reserve, we'll just leave that. We'll leave that one up because that's got to hit that. That's a lot of work, man. It takes a lot of work to do those websites. Like that's not like a 5-minute job,
Yeah, that's it.
We're going to make sure that hopefully we can get that reserve met. We're getting a lot of spinning here.
Still come through on this end.
Hold on a second. Oh, hold on.
Audio's there, but picture isn't.
Let's see, I got audio and picture here for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's on Jamie's end.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
It looks good. His is frozen. His audio is good, but video's freezing up on him.
Hey, he'll make it back in just a minute, guys. Like I said, it's all about John Root.
Frozen. His audio is good, but video's freezing up on him.
Hey, he'll make it back in just a minute, guys. Like I said, it's all about John Root.
You're having a double feed.
All right, how are we now? We good now?
Yeah.
All right. That's the one good thing I do like using StreamYard. If my feed goes down, even though I'm hosting it, it will still stay up for you guys, which is awesome. Like we don't lose the whole friggin' deal.
Like back in the day when we first started doing live videos?
Yeah, the whole thing would just go gone.
Good golly, that was a nightmare.
Yeah. So and Facebook Lives don't matter too much anymore because they delete them there after 30 days. So it doesn't, you can't save them. I mean, you can save them, you can download them, but Facebook is trying to, I guess, because they're trying to compete in the like the short video market, like Reels, with TikTok. That's why they're deleting all those. You know how much they saved and I guess like storage or whatever by deleting everybody's videos, the live videos.
Probably a lot just by deleting mine from all the years ago.
True. True. That's true. But yeah, they so now they delete them 30 days or delete it. So it's it's kind of sucks though if you think about it. If you think like moving forward, like and when we're long and we're gone or whatever, like we had that stuff, like all those live videos and stuff, like would be there. Like even your family can go through and watch live. The Facebook took all live videos and just took them away.
Yep. Well, Jamie, I know it's all about Don tonight, and I know you're doing that tonight, and we want to raise money, but I've been following the groups from the distance and watching and, kind of sitting back, seeing things going on. And I see you're taking it back to the roots this year or a lot of stuff. I'd love to hear you tell us a little bit more about that, because that's what it was started out with, the groups and everything. So, you're taking it back to the bare minimum root. I like it.
Yeah, man. It's just, I've been seeing these events and like just become talking heads, honestly. Where, guys are going to these events and they're just hearing people, they're hearing stories, man. They're hearing stories on stage, and they're hearing like, a lot of pumped up rah-rah stuff, and they're hearing about how awesome people are. And they're getting some nuggets. I'm not saying they're not getting anything, right? But that wasn't our vision. Like me and you, we were doing stuff like, it was like
we were doing the boot camps. We were doing live stuff.
Yeah, like actual hands-on stuff and actually learning like real technical stuff. And when I say technical, I don't mean just like technical as far as washing. I'm talking about, when I'm saying technical, I mean like, how to build like a sales system, or how to get leads, how to do Facebook ads, stuff like that. Like that's what I want to see at the shows. So we tried to kind of do that this year a little bit, because we were inside of a bigger show this year. Well, it wasn't a bigger show. It was just, there was 5 shows together.
I saw that. How did that end up working out for you? Because I was kind of watching that, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work out.
I honestly didn't like it. Everybody there was awesome. It was not. I don't know, man. It's not.
It wasn't the PWMCA.
Yeah,
exactly. It wasn't the PWMCA.
Yeah, like John Sacco spoke, and he did a hands-on thing. He's doing the equipment thing and all that stuff. That's what we wanted to do. Yeah. AC did a 2-hour class on how to build a lifestyle business, and it was actually getting you to think and telling you about numbers and saying, hey, if you want to be here, this is the map. This is what you need to do to make it here. And it wasn't selling a dream. It wasn't selling a system. It was like, if you want to be here, this is what you need to do. You just got to figure out, write down this and do this. And so that's why I'm going to go back. And there's some great people out there, some great, I guess you want to say gurus, but
I'll be right back, guys. I got to step away for just a second.
Yeah, for me, I just don't think that's where we want to go, man. We want to help the contractors like that are, I don't know, that maybe are, I think maybe if we look at a lot of the contractors that we talk to, a lot of the even average contractors are probably, what would you say, in that 250, 275 to like 700,000 range in revenue, I think that's a different language spoken to them than people that are in like trying to be at multi-million dollars, right? And I think that's where a lot of the shows are. They talk about that like the $1 million, the multi-million dollars, where a lot of the people that we know, and not just that we know, a lot of the people in the industry, that's not where they're at. 250, 275 to 700. I think that's kind of the range where most contractors are. There's some big companies out there doing millions of dollars, absolutely. But I think that's what we're missing at the shows, man. Helping out the guys, the actual contractors that are trying to build a company, not trying to build an empire to sell. They're trying to make a living, to feed their family, to leave a legacy behind. That's what they want to do. And that's what we want to go back to.
Let's be realistic, man. These guys are making money of selling a fake dream.
100%.
Okay? Because that's the reality. I mean, it's good to have motivation sometimes, but when every freaking year you hear the same motivation, it doesn't fucking work anymore. No. At some point, those people that brag that they made $1 million pressure washing, how about you put it on the screen and show us how did you got there? Know how wonderful you are, and how, I mean, it's good to hear, of people coming from the bottom and working your way up. But to hear that every freaking show, it's already expired.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's what the PWMCA was.
That's my opinion.
the PWMCA, when it was started out, and when me and Jamie were brainstorming on it, it was all about the contractor. It was about telling them what we had experienced, and we weren't claiming to be anything great. We were just pressure washers out there doing our thing. And one of the things that worked good was Jamie had his way of doing things, and I had mine. And those of y'all that remember back in those days, there was a lot of times me and Jamie did not agree about technique or how to do something, and we would go head to head with it, and it was okay because it didn't mean neither one of us was right or wrong. It was what our experience was and what worked for us. And getting back to the simple and the basic contractor, that's what it was started out for. If you do that, I think it's going to take it to heights you've never imagined, Jamie.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. We'll take it back to, I want to see contractors.
Nowadays, you got 16-year-old kids on TikTok telling us how to fucking wash, how to use equipment, how to freaking use a Home Depot pressure washer. Come on, man.
Well,
This
here's
is what
another
this comes down
Hey, I
to.
did learn how to polish a piece of brass up the other day off a TikTok video, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, there is stuff. Yeah, there is stuff out there you can learn.
There is things that you can learn, but the problem is when you have a 16-year-old kid on TikTok telling a freaking veteran, no, you're doing it the wrong way. You can't do this because I do it this way. That's what the problem comes in.
And guys, going back to Don, that's one of the things about Don. He was in there when we were first building PWMCA, and he was, like I said, guys, you don't realize how instrumental he was. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, Don's first job when we brought him on was to deal with the vendors setting up our trade shows and stuff. And he excelled at it. I mean, he took it and he excelled at it.
Yep, absolutely. He did. I mean, this industry's in a weird, we're also dealing with, and that's why I did a video the other day, man. I did a video, calling for veterans in this industry to kind of step up a little bit to the new guys coming in, man, and try to a lot of the veterans don't want they're saying, hey, I don't want to spoon feed people and all that. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have people that are coming to this industry and they are learning from people that they shouldn't be learning from. They're learning. There's a trend now where like being the cheap washer is great and people that's charging decent prices, we're assholes. That's the trend going on. And I'm like, what is going on here, guys? This is 2025.
Jamie, I took my business, and at the heyday of it, after I left you guys, I was running 3 trucks, 3 full crews running. And right around time COVID hit, I went down to 1, and it was just me. And then I opened my thrift store up. And now I'll be honest with you, I absolutely love what I do at the thrift store, but at the same time, I still wash. But I'm so selective on the people I choose now to take in that I don't have to do any cheap jobs anymore. I tell people all the time, hey, this is my price. You either want it or you don't. And I'm at a point where I don't care whether I get the job or not. And that's awesome to me.
It is.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? Yesterday, coming from Orlando, I saw a sign that it said, now we're not going to $99 or $75. I didn't have the time to take a picture of it because I had a lot of traffic. But it said free pressure washing.
Free. Just do it for free.
Free pressure washing. Bro, what the
Free.
hell are we doing?
Well, I need some help on this job I'm going to this week. I wonder if they'll come help me out.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah,
free.
right?
Yeah, I seen a bunch of guys talking, man. And they were saying, yeah, while all those guys waste all the money marketing, let's all go into their markets and wash for $99 and take all their customers. And I'm like, you guys don't think people that's been tried? Like you new $99 guys are not new. Like you're new, but it's nothing new to the industry.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all might not know. You might not. Jamie's been on both sides of that spectrum. Jamie
Absolutely.
knows what the $99 guys like, and he knows the higher end. He's been on both sides, so he's seen both aspects of it.
Yep, I've been there, man. So I know it. I'm just like, hey, it ain't gonna work, man. You're not. You know what customers you're gonna take? You're gonna take those customers that weren't hiring. I'm not even gonna say expensive person because I'm not. I never claimed to be the most expensive. I'm not the most expensive washer. I'm not cheap. I'm not the most expensive. I believe we give a fair price and a good value to our clients. That's what I believe. And someone will say, hey, you're expensive, and then clients will be like, hey, man, that's a great deal. You guys gave us a great deal. You know why? Because we're giving them a lot different service than washing their house for 35 minutes.
The job I'm do this week, Jamie, I turn around and do it every 3 months. I do something for this guy. And this is the time springtime when I do everything. And I don't mind telling y'all, and I'll back up what I say because you can message me after the job's done. I'll be glad to show you the pay stubs. I'm going to charge them $9,000 approximately, give or take a couple $100 either way, and I'll be done in 48 hours. Now, that being said, I've worked for this customer for 15 or 20 years, and I will go down there tomorrow morning. I'll leave at 5 o'clock. I'll get down there about 7:30, and we will work tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and finish up sometime Wednesday morning. So when I say 48 hours, it's going to be 48 hours of hustling to get
it done. Yeah, and that's because he values you, what you do for him,
Right.
and all the work you put in him, and that's what it comes down to. It doesn't, and I think, quite honestly, a lot of guys they're afraid to raise their prices, and I get it, I understand that. So if you're afraid to raise your prices, reach out to us, man, and we'll talk to you. Because I get it, you're afraid. If I raise my prices, my phone's not going to ring. I get it, I understand that.
Double your price, do half the work, or double your price, lose half your job to make the same money.
Yep.
But this is the other thing we need to start working very hard on, guys, is getting the customers back to the reality. Back to, these jobs are not supposed to be at that cheap price just because you can afford it. If you can afford it, then don't fucking do it. Feed your family first. But realize that when we come out there and fucking do this work, it's because we got to feed our family as well.
Yep. Right.
And also we have a business, we have overheads, we have insurances, we have vehicles, we have all kinds of things that we got to pay. Those guys don't have that. So when they go to your house and ruin it and break the screens, pop a window or do something, they're not going to cover that expense.
The other thing is you got to think about, and John, I think what you're saying too, we're telling you to raise your prices. At the same time, if you just went to Lowe's or Home Depot and you got a 2-gallon per minute machine and you just put it in the trunk of your car, don't go raising your prices. Raise your prices, but when you raise your prices, bring the value with it. Be able to tell your customers, hey, I'm a member of certain organizations. One thing I used to tell people, honestly, your customer has no idea who the PWMCA is or any other organization out there. But when you look at that customer and say, hey, I'm a member of the PWMCA and I'm a good active standing, that lets the customer know, hey, this guy's really into the industry. He gets the industry.
Yep, you're right, and that's. I just seen this happen the other day, man. I just seen that guys were saying. I seen some guys talking in a Facebook group, and they were saying that customers don't care. You can't educate customers.
No,
and I'm like, you're absolutely wrong. I can show you email after email after email where we were hired because we educated the customer on what we're going to do with their property, how we're going to protect their plants, or how we're going to do whatever it is. Customers, the right customers. Now, if you're targeting $99 customers, you're right. They could care less. They could care less. They come spray my house with your damn bleach and leave. They could care less.
Well, now, I understand what they're saying, though, to a point, even though I think they're wrong. And I'm going to tell you the one guy that I'm going to do this week, the customer I told you about, he's got a spot of rust that I get off every time I go down there. It's built up, literally twice a year. I got to get it off. I spray it down. And I've been doing so much work for him, and it got to be aggravating to even do that little spot. I told him, I said, look, let me show you how to do this yourself because he's got a bunch of employees that work at the dealership. And you can just have one of your guys get it and do it yourself instead of me having to come down here and do it. He looked at me point blank and said, Joe, he said, I don't want to know how to do it. That's what I pay you for. I said, okay.
Yep.
Good customer there, but I
great.
see exactly.
You'd have to understand this guy, to understand it. And we've been working together for 20 plus years. So it's a little bit different than your normal customer, but he don't want to know that stuff. He just wants it clean.
They just want to clean.
Yeah.
That's it. They just want to clean. That's all they care about. That's all they care
That's
about.
why I tell customers, like, listen, if you don't go with me, whoever you hire, whether I was too expensive and you want a cheap guy, make sure they're doing it the right way. Make sure they're soft washing. Don't let them go up there with a 2.5 gallon pressure washer to do your roof and rip all your tiles up. I was like, I'll tell you what to look for. Just educate them. And they always look at me like, wow, you actually told me what not to do. What? Because I've seen customers do their roofs, and I'm like, you tried to clean your roof, didn't you? They're like, yeah. I was like, well, this is the way you do it. This is the way we do it. I can do it for you, or if you want to hire somebody else, don't let them do what you did. That's why your roof's messed up. And customers appreciate that. Educate them. And that's why most of the time they do go with us.
Yep, educate them, man. Educate them, and you know, and that goes even for your competition. Don't be afraid to educate your competition either. I mean, you know, I've been down that road where guys, you know, ask me, you know, why are you helping this guy? You know, let him go ruin that roof. The hell with him, because he's taking our customers. I'm like, no. When he goes out and ruins a whole bunch of roofs in the neighborhood, then he's taking our customers. Because now, like, people are looking like, damn, I ain't cleaning my roof. Look what happened to my house over there.
Be an example of that.
And the plants, the burning of the plants.
Oh yeah,
that's another major thing.
Big one.
Going to be a perfect example of that, and this goes exactly in what's going on tonight. We're talking about Don Root.
Yep.
When Don Root first started getting into Facebook groups and stuff, I hooked up with Don Root, and I actually went down and spent some time with him a couple of days and worked with Don, and we become friends. And I shared some secrets with him, and I learned some stuff off it. You know, both ways it went. Next thing I know, me and Don were working together on a couple big jobs, and we were sharing the jobs. So this guy that I didn't know that I met off the Facebook groups, that we worked together. I shared information with him. He shared information with me. And then we ended up sharing big jobs together that would have been hard for either one of us to knock out by ourselves.
Yep. And that's the way it works, man. People are afraid to do that. James said, what area are you in, Joe?
I'm in southeastern North Carolina, a little small town called Whiteville or Clarkton. But I don't know what area you're in. I don't, like I said, the honest truth, the only jobs I take on nowadays are jobs I've been doing 15, 20 years. There was a time I was big into it, but now I run a thrift store and online auctions more than anything. And I've kind of taken a back seat to the industry.
Now he does a simple life. You don't have to deal with the $99 guys running around.
Now he's got the life of the rich and famous.
No, but I get paid to go shopping every day. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I do got that I'm going to get everybody to laugh at. And I bet Jamie's done forgot about this. I bet you I'm the only person that has this. Let's see if I can.
No, they asked. I was just going to ask you about it because people have been asking about it.
I've thought about getting it covered up a few times. If you look right there, you can't hardly see it in the camera. PWM with the 3 raindrops, which was the original logo.
He's not. He said he's the only one. What? What's that?
Oh.
That was just on my mind because I was going to say people have been asking me the $1 million question. Does Joe have a motivation tattoo? I'm like, yeah, he's got a motivation tattoo.
I still got it. We went down in Florida. I think it was Florida, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yep, with Gene O'Neill.
Yeah, me, you, and Gene, and y'all decided if I get the tattoo, you pay for it. So stupid me said, yeah, let's go and get a tattoo. That sounds good night. We're drunk enough.
You must have been drunk.
Oh, we were drunk.
That's when Gene O'Neill got in the little shuttle buses because we thought Gene lives in Florida. And let's get on a shuttle bus. Get on there. Where's it go, Gene? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Yeah. Gene O'Neill, man.
Now you need to get in my gold mic like yours, Jamie.
Yeah, I know. This is fake gold, though.
Yeah, okay. That's 99. That's 99, Mike.
Yeah, that's spray painted gold, I bet.
That's the team.
Yeah, that's a Timo gold. That's what that is. Let me look at this auction to see if we got any thing going on over here.
Guys, y'all
let's go, people. Let's bid. Let's put the bid in. Let's go.
Start Smart Box is at $375. All right.
Now, let me ask a question here. Is the Start Smart Box, that's John's, right?
Yep.
John, I've watched a little bit about it, and I'm sorry, I think you built that after I kind of moved away from the industry and everything. And I hope it's all right. Tell us a little bit about what that thing is, because I've seen a little bit of talk on it, but I ain't never really experienced it.
So pretty much the Start Smart Box, it helps you switch from your soap. Like this is mainly for downstreaming. So this way you can connect your downstream to the box and you can actually turn off your soap, your bleach, whatever cleaning agents you're using. So you can switch from soaping to rinsing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Without going back to the truck and all that. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I'm sorry. Jamie. Like I said, I've seen it advertised, but I didn't. Like I said, I haven't been involved. I haven't been to the industry events lately, so I wasn't up to date on it.
Yeah, we have a couple of them. We love them, man. They work really, really well. They make life a lot easier. What really sucks is I didn't, when I was primarily on a truck, I didn't have them.
Mm-mm.
So now my guys, they don't have to worry about going back and forth to the damn truck to pull the tube out of the chemical.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm still pulling the tube out of the chemical. I hire a young guy to go with me, and that's what his job is: pull it out or put it in.
That's what she said.
James has, yep, he has his hooked up. He has a manifold hooked up to his, and he loves it. Yeah, it's awesome. Yep. It works really well, man. It works good. And John's been doing that for a while, man. John, John puts a lot of effort and time into that, man. It's not, just throwing together anything,
We're gonna come up with the super box for the 12-volt systems too. They're gonna come all wired and everything for you guys only to plug your pump into this box, and you can use a remote control as well. And it's gonna come with 10 to 8 gauge wires. So this way you don't burn your pumps. The point is to help you keep your pumps working as long as you can, because a lot of guys, they use the 14 gauge wire with the freaking 20 amp fuse. They connect it to a dead battery, and then the pumps overheats and they burn. And of course, the first thing you do is you blame the product. And unfortunately, if you're not using the product the right way, it's not gonna work and it's gonna break. So the box that we're putting together now, it has everything on it: your remote control systems, your lights. It comes with solenoids. I don't use relays. I use a solenoid system, so this way it doesn't attract too much power into the pump. It kind of, makes it even for those 7 gallon a minute, 100 psi pumps. So that's what we're working on.
Yep,
They
the
should be
relay,
coming
man.
out. We're testing right now, and they should be coming out soon.
Yeah, them relays are weak points in them 12-volt pumps, man. Them relays
Yep.
are a pain in the ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
And
I always see people buy extra relays.
John just gets rid of them. He does a solenoid thing. It's better.
And that's great. It's as long as they flush them out. Biggest thing I tell people, just flush them out. Use it to rinse off. Like, yeah, everybody wants to grab the power washer after they use soft washing or 12 volt to do the house. Then they want to go to the power washer. Oh, I get 8 gallons a minute. Yeah, but you're not washing out your pump. Use your pump. Use a 12 volt. That way you're using it for 15, 20 minutes. I tell people at least 5 minutes of clean water. Use it to wash the house off. That way you're getting 20 minutes of fresh water. But again, as Jamie said, all they want to do is, it's the pump. The pump's crap. No, you just didn't take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's mostly all. That's what happens most of the times. I mean, you'll get some defective stuff and all that, but most of the times it's not taking care of it, or I see a lot of guys who crack the heads in them, man. And they'll pull. You can't even see those cracks. They're so small, but they pull that little piece of air that you can't see, and the pump doesn't work right.
Yep.
Because the heads crack. They crack easy, man. You turn that bar one. Man, I've done it. I need to do it one little more, just one little turn, and then I hear I hear it all tick, and I'm like, I cracked that thing, didn't I?
You don't see it, bro.
You don't see it. Then you hook it up, and then sucker's pulling air. You're like, yep, I cracked that sucker.
Son of a gun.
Worse when you do it on the discharge side. I cracked the discharge side and water sprayed everywhere. I was like, son of a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
good thing too. Using smaller hoses for those pumps. Those pumps are remember, they don't think about when they test those pumps. They're not tested with 300 feet of hose at a 1/2 inch or a 3/8 that they use. I see a lot of guys using 3/8 hoses. They think they're gonna get distance, but they don't realize that there is friction on the hoses. And once again, going back to the testing, when they tested with nothing on it. So really, you have to expand you're hosing, so this way you can force feed that pump to be able to get a distance with a 100, 200, up to 300 feet hose.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true. Looking here at this bids. Need to get some more bids here. EBC still at 400. That's really, really low for that for 55.
Wow, yeah, EBC. I'm gonna tell you something. I still got EBC from what Carlos sent me, that 55-gallon kit, man.
Yeah, that kid is no joke, dude.
Bro, that kid is no joke. You will have EBC for a freaking long time. You
Yeah.
will not have to spend on that. So get
Yeah.
on it, guys. It's a great deal.
That's a great deal. That is a great deal. 55-gallon kit.
All you gotta do is just go to a marketplace, buy yourself one of those 55-gallon plastic drums.
Yeah,
And
you
you
can
just
mix it up.
mix everything in there, put both buckets in it, and freaking get yourself one of those mixers that you can attach to your drill, and every so often you mix it, and then you pour whatever you need. You'll have freaking EBC for a very, very long time.
So, Jamie, when are you going to get back to you said you're taking back to the basics this year. When are you going to get back doing some boot camps?
I don't know, man.
You used to, I mean, I'm telling you, you used to be great at the boot camps.
Yeah, dude, we're yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. So I'm just trying to.
I know it's a lot to take on.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish a few more systems in my wash company, so it gives me a little bit more freedom to do.
I understand.
To do that, but yeah, no, I plan on doing this. They're fun, man. They're fun. They're fun to do. They really are. They're fun.
That's how I started out. I came to a boot camp in Pennsauken.
Yep, Pennsauken. Yeah.
Well,
I thought.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. I thought I was doing it the right way, especially with surface cleaner. That was my biggest thing. And then Jamie broke out all this stuff, and I'm like, damn.
I'll give you all a little bit of an inside scoop. Back in the day when me and Jamie did the boot camps together, everybody thought we had some kind of great scheme on where we were going to do a boot camp and about how many people were going to be there. The honest truth, we get on the phone with each other and we call each other. Have you ever been to this area? No, I ain't never been to this area. Let's go check this area out. Let's do a boot camp. And that's the way we figured out where we were going, just where we want to go visit.
Yep. And it was fun, man. And it was
all with that.
Helping guys. And people don't get it, man. Like we didn't. Well, the prices we were doing, we're not gurus charging $10,000 for. So we weren't making any money. And people were like, "Oh, you guys are charged." We were making our flight money and our freaking hotel money and food money. Honestly,
yeah. Now we did make enough where we could afford a good meal, but I mean, we deserved
people
that.
were like, "Oh, you guys charging?" Like, well, no, maybe I should pay you to come do a boot camp. What do you mean? But
we had fun with that, and we met a lot of good people that way.
Yeah, we've met a lot of good people doing that, man. Jack Kramer, man, was one of them. You know, Jack Kramer passed away, man, recently last year. So met him. Met some great people in the boot camps, man. You know, Bobby Beach. Met Bobby Beach. He's been to multiple boot camps. So
I met him at my first one.
Yep.
Yeah, what is Bobby? Bobby.
I don't know. He did a video a while, like at 4:30. He was washing. He was at the car wash all day, and then he went to wash somebody's side of the house or something. He did a video earlier around 4:30. I seen it. Yeah, there's some great people.
Joe,
out there,
you're getting fat.
I am getting fat. I don't get
because you just buy stuff all day. He told you that.
I tell you, John.
Wait. Cheeks, bro. I can see them cheeks getting bigger.
Yep. I tell you, John. I literally sit online most days, and either I go to an auction and I bid on stuff, or I'm online bidding on stuff, buying to resell. And I don't get out and get exercise like I do. And like I said, this job that I'm doing this week is going to kick my butt. I'll be honest with you. I need to get in shape, but I've got fat and I don't care.
You look good, bro. Don't worry about it. I was just messing with you.
Oh, you ain't telling me nothing. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's sitting on a computer. Well, you used to do auctions before anyway. You used to always mess around with auctions.
Yeah, well, I always done it as a hobby, and then what ended up, I turned around and took. I just happened to be right spot at the right time. And this old building that had been built in 1926 was originally a funeral home, and then it was a church come available for rent. And I was standing there, and the guy told me what he wanted for rent. I was like, "Damn, I can do that." And literally, with no plan and anything, I opened a thrift store, and then we went from that to doing online auctions and started buying storage units up and all that stuff. And I tell you what, it's just been off to the races with it since then. I mean, me and my partner to do it together, it's wide open.
Wait, you have a store on an old funeral home?
Yes. That was built in 1926.
Oh, you're brave.
His
bro.
prices
Fuck
are to
that.
die
I
for.
wouldn't be fucking going down there for nothing.
Hey,
Shit.
I still got, when I moved into the building, there was
Especially
two-
when I see the clothes moving by itself, I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
I even got an apartment upstairs in the store.
Oh,
Imagine
you crazy.
John, not for John. No, John's like, no.
Hell no, fuck that.
Hey, John, true story. When I first opened the store, there was 2 caskets upstairs that were left over. Now, they were brand new. So I brought them down. This is a little small Bible Belt community. And I put them for display for sale. Since they were up there, I figured I'd sell them. Let me tell you something. The community was up with their pitchforks. They were ready to run me out of the community. I had so many calls coming through. Joe, if you don't get rid of them caskets, I'll never set foot in your store, blah, blah, blah. I still got 1 casket put away.
Hell yeah. I've been doing the same thing.
I say, come on, they're gently used. Like, no big-
Yeah,
Or gently
Wait,
used.
did you sell them? Did you sell
get a
them? Joe?
great discount.
I sold one of them. I still got one.
Ah, you sick bastard. Fuck that. I will get rid of that sucker.
Hey, I even got, when you go to storage units and you clean out storage units all the time, one thing you come across a lot is people's ashes. I don't know why everybody
Really?
family members' ashes in a storage unit.
Damn.
Wow.
I literally have a shelf in my store with people's ashes that I
But
found.
what the fuck?
The way I look at it
What, are
is
you auction them too?
I somebody just throwing them away, so I can hang out.
Yeah, you can't throw them away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we just let them hang out in the store.
Oh, those are your bro, you let him hang out in the store. Get out of here, Joe. You crazy, bro.
Hey, they're past tenants of the store. That's why.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sure your customers don't know that, right?
No, most of them know it. Man, I've my store, we pride ourselves on selling some of the most unique, weird stuff you've ever seen. I literally got an 80-year-old lady that come in and bought a bong off of me because she thought it was a pretty vase. And I told her what it was. So she took it home and put it on her kitchen table as a vase to mess with her.
What, you put flowers on the fucking
Now,
wall?
let me tell you the best part about it. I did not know at the time her son was a district attorney.
Oh, shit.
He raised hell with her, and she thought it was funny as hell. I thought it was funny.
That's funny, bro. Holy moly.
Let me see. I'm about to share out this EBC here. Let me get up in here. We need to get some business EBC.
That EBC works good. We use it at the gas station. Clean
Yep.
that place right up. It's because I took Carlos's class, and he didn't want the stuff out, but it was out, and we used it, and man, took that soot right off of the canopy.
Yeah,
I was
worked
like,
really
I'm
well.
impressed. Yeah, I was like, this stuff's good. Got back to the shop. I said, Jamie, I want to buy something. Let's go. Cough it up.
My main use of EBC was for the house wash. I mixed it with my soap. And it helped all the over here in Florida. We got a lot of those mud things on the roofs, on the ceilings that they get stuck. They're like fucking rocks. And
Mud
I used to
dapplers, yeah.
spray those suckers with it. And freaking bro, I come back in 5 minutes and they were fucking melt with it.
Melts right off, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I'm sharing this out now. Again, I'm sharing this out. And then I'm
I
going to...
remember that one guy that was using EBC to clean a roof because he thought it was a heavy duty degreaser. Who was
Yep.
that? The guy from Georgia? That was funny, bro.
Yeah, let's share it out again up there. So I just
Let's
shared
do
it
it,
out.
guys.
And we got...
Get your EBC. Definitely, you've been saving a lot of money on that product.
Yep, right now the bid for EBC, right now the high bid for EBC, 55-gallon kit. So this will make 55 gallons. It's the high bid's at $400 right now. It's an $838 value. If you want to go buy this, just Google it, 55-gallon kit EBC. You'll go to different websites of different dealers, and you'll see that's how much it costs. That's the value. It's at 400 right now. The auction's closing in, what is it? What time is it? An hour and a half, right?
Yep.
So now's the time to get your bids in them, guys. Go ahead and bid on that. Bid on that EBC. Bid on the website. Bid on the yard signs.
The other thing is you need to remember, guys, I know some of y'all are sitting there tight on money. I know what it's like. Trust me. But you might be in this position one day and want your brothers to come in and help you out. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit if it's an $800 value and pay $1,600 for it. If you can use it, bid on it, because it's not about getting that bottle thing of EBC. It's about helping a fellow washer out. And I'm telling you right now from experience, the guy you're helping out, some of y'all know him, some of y'all don't. He would be the first one to help y'all out.
Yep, he would.
Yeah,
And
100%.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. So the bids are a little bit more, they're a little bit more respectable now than they were. This was supposed to end a couple nights ago. I actually had Don on live, and I didn't end the auction, man. I told everybody, you know what? I could have made some stupid excuses, right? Like, oh, there's something wrong with the computer. There's something wrong with Facebook. I'm transparent with everybody. I wasn't ending the auction because it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was like $10, $15 amount of dollar bids on. I'm like, look, I get it. Joe goes to the auction every day. He's trying to go to the auction to buy shit cheap to sell.
This ain't about that, guy.
This is a fundraiser. It's like this is not an auction to try to buy something as cheap as you can. It's to buy something. Hey, I need that. I can save a couple dollars, but I'm gonna help a fellow person out in the industry in a time of need. That's what it's about. So,
And
for those-
listen, if those big items don't make any closer to at least the value of it, you know, I mean, I don't know what Jamie feels, how he feels about it. I will bump it into the next week auction. We need to get money. This is not just to get a good deal. This is to help somebody of our industry. His wife, she's going through something very, very delicate, and we have to come through, guys. Let's go.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, probably should have put reserves on the stuff, honestly. But you know, I didn't think we'd had to. We did this a couple years ago. You know, for David Flipping, and it was different. The industry has shifted a little bit, man. The industry is different. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
I remember years ago, you'd have done this, and they would have blown the bids up.
The industry is at a different place. It's at a different place. That's just the bottom line.
Mhm.
It really is.
I mean, when we did this the first time for the what's his name?
Flannery's.
I remember. How's he doing
You know,
lately?
his wife passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she passed away, but he moved to Tennessee, and he's you know, he's another business now. He's not in the pressure washing business.
Got you.
So,
Gotcha.
but he's doing good. I see him once in a while.
Yeah, I don't hear from a lot of the old crowd anymore. Not that I'm mad at them or they're mad at me. I stay so wide open with other things I don't get in.
I think we got tired of dealing with these new generations. They're you know, they don't want to listen to us. They just want to learn the hard way, I guess.
But you got to say, John, now I'm going to stick up for a new generation a little bit. I guarantee there was a time me, you, Jamie, we were a new generation, and veterans were saying the same thing about us and our stubborn selves. So it goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is kind of a little different of what we used to be, bro. Really.
I'm not
You know,
up to date with that.
At least we used to be hard-headed, but we used to be tough, and our parents will beat the fuck out of us
Yeah, that's true.
if we didn't listen. This generation nowadays, you tell them any word that they feel sensitive about, and forget about it. Everything is ruined.
Well, I got to ask this then, since we're talking about the new generation. You know, guys, yes, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm smoking and drinking beer on here. And if that's the most offensive thing I do tonight, Jamie will tell you I'm doing good. But do we have any of these cat people in the industry yet to carry their own litter boxes to the jobs? I mean, I'm just wondering, do we got any of them yet, or is that not?
Not yet. I don't think we have come across those little boxes on the job site yet.
I didn't see it. I didn't see them yet.
I guarantee you guys, and we're talking just having some fun now. You know, you guys need to get in there and get the bids in. I guarantee Jamie, when he sent me the invite for this, and I was glad to come on and talk to everybody because I missed the old crowd and everything. I missed talking to Jamie. I guarantee you think to myself, Damn. But if I bring Joey on, what is he going to say tonight?
What's Joe going to say? Let me see. Parking garage class. Right now, John Sacco's winning that one.
And the only reason I did that is to get the bid going. But I guess it got stuck in there. So, I mean, don't
John,
feel bad if you got to roll that over for next week, bro.
John, I'll
That's
take
a very good class.
class. It won't be bad class. I've seen John.
Yeah. And you got the entrance to the event. You got John's class. That, you know, definitely you can't let that go for that price.
Yeah.
I was just trying to pump up people to bid more, but
I know.
it didn't work.
It didn't work out, huh?
Well, Jay, you want me to help you get the bids up real quick on this? I can do it now.
Yeah. What are you going
bids up if you trust me.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
All right, now Amy's trusting me, guys. So this is what we're going to do. Auction going on. Whoever bids the highest for whatever item, it don't matter which item's on there, the highest bid out of any item gets 30 minutes on the phone with Jamie one-on-one conversation. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
And I'm telling you right now, if you spend 30 minutes on the phone with Jamie, you're going to get some knowledge. So there you go. I'm going to put Jamie on the spot there.
Wow, that's a good one.
I'm down.
That's priceless right there.
I'm down. What do you think of these damn bids up? Do anything. Well, almost anything. I won't do anything.
And that's what we're doing it for, right there.
Yep, exactly, man. It's for
that good-looking couple right there.
Yep, it's for them.
Says here, do it, guys. That's going to be a done deal. So get them bids in. Put $1,000 bid in, because I'm going to tell you right now, 30 minutes one-on-one conversation with Jamie, you're going to learn some stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do something else for. All right, here's what we'll do. Let me see if I can get this up real fast. Well, also, what we'll do. Hold on. Let me log in first. For anybody that wins any bid, anything. So, oh wait, we just froze. All right, I'm back. All right. For anybody that wins anything, right? So it doesn't matter. Like every single item, for every single winner. So we got, what do we have? 7 or 8 items, whatever it is. So that'd be 7 to 8 people. I will give a membership to the Wash Mastermind, which is just like you will never have to pay. So it's only $27 a month. It's not much money. It's just there for a reason. But you guys will get
worth bidding on. I don't even
get free membership. So, and the Wash Mastermind, I'll show you. I'll just share. I'll just let you see what you'll get. A little bit of what you get. I'm not going to share everything in there, but you know, we do some stuff in there that can help you in your companies to grow. If you're small, doesn't make a difference. So here's an example of a classroom. This is something I just dropped this morning. I just dropped this one this morning. This is building a local referral partnership. So this is actually a course I have in there to help people build referral partnerships. Got worksheets in there. They can click. They can download. Yep. So anybody that wins, and we do Zoom meetings. You see here we had a blogging meeting recently with Adam McChesney. So anybody that wins any item, so all the items, I'll give everybody free access. And that's not like 1 month. That's just free access totally. You're in. I'll just email you the link and you're good.
That is awesome.
Times are different. We had several companies slow down washing. Yep, Joe with Jim Tash. Yep. Yeah. Jim Tash, man. Jim Tash is the man. I love Jim.
Yeah, I've always liked Jim.
Yeah, Jim is a cool dude, man. Jim is a cool dude.
He's one of the old timers in the industry. And if you ever go to an industry event and you get a chance to hang out with Jim, make sure you do it.
Yep. Matt's a good guy too.
Yeah.
It's not on Tuesdays. Depends. Tuesdays he can be iffy. Other days of the week he's cool. Nah, he's a cool dude. Yeah, man, we got to. There's a lot of guys, man, in this industry that are coming in and they're just.
I'll be honest with you. I follow the groups and I sit there and don't comment too much on anything. And I just follow them and read along, and I'm sitting there thinking, damn, I used to know every person just about in the industry to comment in a group, and nowadays I don't know 70, 80% of them.
Yeah. I know. Jim Tash is a good guy. Yeah, he definitely is. Jim is a really good guy, man. Jim is a good dude. Hopefully his health's doing, he goes back and forth too with some health stuff, but he's doing good.
You
It's a
need
hot
to stop
dog.
eating those hot dogs.
He loves them hot dogs. Bro, he loves them hot
telling you,
dogs, bro. He ain't going to stop that. He loves them hot dogs. That's his trademark, man. Hot dogs. Like that is Jim Tash, man. Hot dogs. That's his calling card. People know Jim Tash from the hot dogs.
Yep.
Pages here. I was just talking to Marco, man. I miss Marco when he came on tonight. He called me yesterday, man. We talked
How's
about
he doing? I heard, he's got a lot going on, don't he?
Yeah, he's doing really good, man. He's he does a lot of fleet washing.
Yeah.
He does a lot of fleet washing, but he's doing.
He doesn't have the
really
store anymore, right?
No, but I think there's some news coming. I'm not sure, but yeah, no, he doesn't have it. Yeah.
Say this about Marco, and I don't know what he's doing now. Marco is a great, great guy, and if you come to LinkedIn, he knew more probably than anybody else did about LinkedIn. But I'll tell you what, if you ever want to have fun and be scared at the same time, get Marco at an event and go out after hours drinking with him.
Oh,
He don't
forget
drink.
about it.
He don't drink. He don't drink
He stopped drinking?
completely.
Wow.
Got
You-
married.
He's married.
You remember Myrtle Beach with Marco?
Yep.
Just the
He was
tip.
doing karaoke.
Yeah.
He was a karaoke singing fool, man.
Oh, man.
He was the inventor of just the tip.
My
Yeah.
first WMCA event in Orlando, he's walking around with the tightest wife beater shirt on.
Tank top
Saying-
with the tank top.
It has to be 9 o'clock in the morning. We're all getting coffee, and he's already down a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
And Marco, if you're listening, we're saying this out of love, man. It ain't hate. We love you, man.
We miss
He
you,
got up
bro.
Age, and he just went, bam. Let's talk about LinkedIn. This is a long game. You're not going to get success overnight. Put the work in. This is how it does it.
Yep.
The dude knows LinkedIn, as you said. The dude is smart.
How
But
about
when you first meet him, you're like, what the heck is this? But he was so knowledgeable on that shit.
Jamie? How about Darren? I heard you were going to go back there. Did you go back and do an event at Darren's this year?
No, I did not. So Darren actually got rid of. He rented out that whole backside of the shop to a distillery.
Oh,
That uses it for storage. Yeah. So that was the plan to go to Darren's, and then I'm like, oh man, that's the reason I wanted to go there because I love going to Darren's. He's an awesome guy.
oh yeah.
But you were talking about earlier about going back to the basics. So you talking about Marco. That reminds me now. So Marco, 2000, I guess that was probably in 18, that Myrtle Beach event at that hotel, the one that had the sign out front.
A landmark.
No, the other one, the year before that, they had the hallway. All we had was a hallway for vendors.
Oh yeah, that was the convention center.
Yeah, the convention center. So
That
that
was
event, yeah, Marco was there.
right.
He wasn't there to speak. He was just an attendee.
Oh yeah, and you put him on the spot.
I was doing a social media class, and Marco was in the crowd, and I was doing my social media thing, and I'm like, you guys want to learn about like LinkedIn because I don't know much about LinkedIn. They're like, yeah, we would love to learn LinkedIn. I said, well, I got a guy here that knows a lot about LinkedIn. Would you guys want to learn LinkedIn? And they were like, yeah. So I'm like, I think I had like a half hour left. I'm like, Marco,
Yes.
you can take the next half hour. And he was like, what? He did it. And then afterwards, he's like, dude, I wasn't prepared. Man, you put me on the spot. I'm like, yeah, dude, you
And
killed
guys,
it,
that's
bro.
a story. That event, it was the first event me and Jamie had ever pulled off, and we were pulling our hair out. Every little small thing was going wrong. We were trying to schedule this, schedule that. It was just we didn't know what we were doing. And Jamie went in to do his class or his live appearance and he was supposed to speak for an hour on social media. I'm out in the hallway doing something. And next thing I know, Jamie comes walking out. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? You got to teach your class. He says, I turned it over to Marco. I'm like, dude, fucking what?
And
Marco
Marco,
nailed it.
he was in his natural element. That's all. Like, that's
Yeah,
you,
Marco
Marco.
nailed it, though. I mean, it ended up being one of the best decisions you made. I mean, turning to Marco, I mean, he nailed the class, but I'm like, we didn't vet him or anything. You just turned it over to him.
Yeah, because he's just a contractor dude that knows what he knew LinkedIn, and it's like you don't have to be, you don't need to have a fancy speech dude and a fancy story to tell everybody. That's not what guys are at these events for. Now,
No.
look, I know you do. People get some kind of motivation out of it and stuff. So yeah, like next year in Myrtle Beach, we're going back to Myrtle Beach. We will have one keynote that opens up, and that'll be, the rah-rah, go get them guys shit. After that,
back to Myrtle Beach, I'm going to give you a guarantee I'm going to that event.
oh yeah, we're already locked in. We're going in the first week of March.
All right, well, I'll be there.
Yep. Maybe we went the first week of March because there's another event going on by another association. I don't like to cross people's events, so I said I'll move into March, and it'll probably give us better weather anyway. The first week of March, we'll probably have a better shot of getting some decent weather in Myrtle Beach. And we're further north. We're further north, so we're not down where the landmark was. We're further north, so we're a little nicer area of Myrtle Beach.
Right.
So yeah,
I tell you what, the best event you had, that was that event at Myrtle Beach 2020, bro.
Yeah, that was a good event.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach, man.
Bro,
Myrtle Beach
there
good.
was nothing open. We had almost 250 people locked in a little fucking room in the middle of COVID, and nobody got sick.
Nope. They told us, you guys can do it. As long as everybody messes up, you guys can do it. I'm like, all right, they didn't mask up, but we did it, man. Yeah, we were the first. We were the first ones out of the gate, man. Everybody was afraid. Everybody was afraid to pull an event. They were afraid of liability. They were afraid. Oh, we're gonna get sued. Like everybody was afraid, and we're like, man, that's enough. We're going back. We got to get back out and do what the hell we like to do. We're all less locked up. Shit, I was in Cincinnati when COVID hit.
Yeah.
At an event. And I was with David Carroll having dinner, and it was on the news, man. They were like, all the airports were closed, the flights were closing. I'm like, dude, I might be stuck here.
Yeah.
I might have to stay here in Cincinnati, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna get home.
Get stuck. Do you remember when I got stuck in Philly?
Yeah, when the damn airplanes.
Yeah, I had to turn around and steal the rental car from you and drive away. We had to drive back to North Carolina. Then
With Jimmy.
Somebody ended up getting mad at me because they had to pay a smoker fee in the rental car because somebody smoked.
Who that?
No,
and Jimmy,
$300.
You and Jimmy.
Yeah, me and Jimmy Bamboo, we drove all the way back because we couldn't get in a plane now. They canceled all the flights.
And that's had to be
11 o'clock at night. We're stuck at the airport. Jamie's not answering the phone. And finally, I think we got a hold of you next morning. Like, dude, you still got the rental car? He's like, yeah.
That's after we drove back to Ohio.
Fly.
Yeah,
we couldn't fly to the event because we have to get the vaccine card. And I'm like, fuck that. I ain't getting no fucking vaccine. I'm driving. So I fucking drove 8 hours.
You drove.
Hell yeah.
He drove right up there. Yeah,
I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it's so. And the event is we're going back to the event is free. Also.
Oh, are you? That's awesome.
Wow.
That's
awesome, dude.
There's going to be right now everybody can reserve their tickets for free. There is going to be some kind of skin in the game at one point, a few months before the event. It's going to be. I got to figure out how to do it. It's probably going to be two things. Either we'll schedule like some lunches or dinner there at the venue, and then they'll have to buy a ticket for that, or we might do like a $50 fee, and then they'll get that back when they get there for a vendor to use for vendor.
I'm just going to give you my opinion, Jamie. You do what you want. It was me, and I'm not trying to be mean to anybody in the industry. I would charge like you said, a $50 registration fee, and you get that back when you get there to use the trade show or whatever you want to do with it. And that just keeps you from having 10,000 people registered for an event that only 100 or 200 are planning on showing up for, and you really can't base it. I mean, $50, anybody should be able to afford that as a kind of whole spot.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Because you got to kind of know about how many people is coming. So that John was talking about that we had 250 at, we had around 700 register for that event, that free event. That's a problem. Because how can you plan anything? You can't plan anything. So you need to have a number. So that's what we're probably going to do. Let's take a deposit or something like that. But right now they can register for free. They can reserve their spots. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back, dude, and going back to what it was. And hey, if like gurus and stuff get upset with it because we're kind of like
Jamie.
It is what it is.
We started off pissing people off from the group stuff. So
we sure did. Yeah.
I mean, like the first year we were in, you remember how many people come after us because we were something new and they didn't trust it as far as the gurus and stuff.
Yep. Trying to show you, this is the spot we're going to right here. I don't know if you know it. They have two places, so they actually own two places. They own the one place and they own the resort next door. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for you. It's supposed to be pretty nice from what I found out. Let me see. So this is the place right here. This is the place. So it's right on the ocean. Now this is the actual hotel. They can get rooms next door too you seen this?
Yeah, I've cleaned that building years ago.
This one?
Yeah, it's a beautiful building. It's got it's right in the perfect area too.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it down there, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of flying blind, but yeah, I did.
North Myrtle Beach, you're going to be right in the main 74th Avenue, North Myrtle. The building's good. There's a lot to do right around there. Like I said, I've actually pressure washed that building years ago. So it's a nice place.
Nice. Yeah, and they own the place right next door too. It's like a resort next door they own.
Right.
So the deal is you can get, I forgot what our room block is, but it's like, man, it's really cheap for rooms. Our room block's really cheap, but they can get a room in there.
March, that's the perfect time to go to the beach because it's not opened up, going wide open yet.
Exactly, and it's the first week of March. It's people still have, it's nice weather. It's not going to be freezing, but it's not going to be crazy crowded. That's the whole good thing about it.
Yeah, you can still do things, get rooms cheap and stuff during the first part of March. And normally, March you have some chillier nights but warm days.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the time we went there, man, it was beautiful out when we were walking around in shorts on when we were with the one at the convention center.
Yep.
Yeah, we had shorts on for that thing. I remember
that. I hate to get off here, Jamie, because I really enjoyed our time talking tonight and everything, but my phone's about to die on me. So I got to get on the charger.
You know, there's things called plugs.
Yeah, I know. I got one of them chargers. I lay my phone on top of it. It charges, and I don't.
Yeah, you go. Look. That's how it works. You plug it in, and you can.
He's got the wireless charger. You set the phone on top of it.
Oh shit, the wireless.
So I'd have to look down at this charger, and I don't think everybody wants to see me looking like that all night. So, guys, I've enjoyed it, John. I enjoyed catching up with you, Jamie, Jared.
See you, bro.
It's been awesome. Y'all get on there and bid on that auction for Don.
All right, thanks for coming on, man. We'll see you in March.
All right, bud. You have a good one.
Take care.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, the room block.
Come on.
Oh, he's back.
You still don't know how to use a phone, huh, Joe?
Yeah, he's got that charger. I got one in my room. You sit the phone on top of it. It's like a little disc, and it charges the phone wirelessly.
Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The room block. I think they were $100 a night.
I'll find it. I just got to go in here and find. I get so many emails, bro. It just drives me crazy, man. Drives me crazy. Hey, look at this. Look at this. All those guys are talking about how let's go steal all the people's jobs, man, real cheap. We'll take their jobs and all that shit. I wonder if they can. I wonder if they can take this one, Jared. This is the one we're doing tomorrow. I'll just share you. It's not a great picture, but
it will be nice if they can come up on the live and tell us how they.
I wonder if they can take that one I'm doing tomorrow.
Holy shoot! Damn.
Now I know they couldn't do it for 90. They couldn't do it for 99, but still being cheap. They're like, well, let's be real cheap and we'll take all their jobs. You know what they would say to them? Like price was not a factor with them. Taking care of their property is a factor. Like taking care of their property. That's what guys got to understand, man. Like, the washing part of this stuff is easy, man. That's easy. The washing part is easy. Like we can train anybody how to wash. We can train anybody how to protect properties and all that stuff. That's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the customer service side, man. Like, when guys start
looking to close the deal. It's how to close the deal.
We're not even closing a deal. Yeah, you got to close a deal, but then, being different and giving your customers an experience, that's different. That you're not just coming there, spraying bleach, getting the green off the house and leaving. It's about creating a whole experience for them. From the time when the phone calls come in, when they get on the call, to the estimate, to how easy it is to book, to the completion of the job, to the follow-ups, just not looking at them and just like, let me go wash this house real fast, and writing handwritten thank you notes, thank you, and mailing it out to your clients, right? Doing stuff like that. I mean, like, these are simple things. These are little things. These are little things that can be done. Speed. Dude, there's people out there talking about they're trying to create super fast washers. Right? They're like, oh, I'm so fast. I can do, guy's bragging he can do a house in 45 minutes, an hour, whatever, right? Dude, I can take a downstream injector. Now, I'm talking about a regular downstream injector. I don't need anything special, crazy downstream injector. I can take it because I used to do a ton of foreclosures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Foreclosures, they didn't care about detail, nothing.
Nope.
There was no electric in the properties. I didn't have to worry about anything catching on fire, right? I could take, and I've done videos back in the day, when we used to do a lot of them. I can go do a green, and I'm talking about them bitches are green, foreclosure house in 30 minutes, easy, with the downstream injector, a regular downstream injector, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there is no, everybody's saying, oh, I'm the fastest around. This guy, I'm the fastest around. That's not really flex to me, man. And I'm like, I commented in that group, damn, I'm trying to slow my guys down. I got these new guys coming here, like, oh, you're an idiot. Why would you want to slow your guys down? That's not a business decision. I'm like, well, yeah, it is, because they're not paying me $99, right? So I want to create an experience for them. I don't want to be just that. Oh, they came, they watched the house in 45 minutes and they left, and they're happy, right? Yeah, they're happy. Oh yeah, house looks great, good job, right? But what sets us apart from them other guys then? Like, what sets us apart from them when the guys can do it for $200 or $150, whatever that price difference may be? I'm trying to create experiences, man. I'm trying to create a whole experience for them, and that that's even with my guys, like training, just slowing them down and doing things like, and that's why I've been out start the season out. I've been out in the truck. I've been out in the truck for like 2 weeks. I was out for 2 weeks, like 2 weeks straight, and that was really to put new systems in place. And it's easy to put new systems in place in the computer or on paper and give it to them, right? But there's a difference of being a leader and going out and showing them, how we're doing these systems and how, they learn from us. They follow what we do as leaders. So, that's why I'm out there and doing small things, just small little things, small things. They're just small things, but these small things mean a lot to these clients, taking care of somebody's little, I put a picture up today, like the concrete furniture they had. They did a pool cleaning. They had that concrete furniture around it. They clean that up for them, right? Beautiful. People were so happy. They got $100 tip, right? One lady, they were cleaning the deck, the house and something else. She had a couple of rust spots in there. I said, we got some Exolic in the truck. Take care of those rust spots on that deck, right? It was a composite deck. Took care of that. And there was something else in the house they took care of for her. It didn't take any time, right? She paid by check. I didn't even pay attention. She didn't say anything. And then when we were processing it at that night, I'm looking, I'm like, this check is $100 more. So I called her up and said, I didn't call her, actually my wife did, and said, the check is wrong. It's $100 more than, oh no, that's the tip. So that was like $200 in one day, tips. So now they're like, damn. Like, it's just giving them different experiences, man. Like, I'm trying to build a culture where it's just like, I'm trying to build raving fans, not just happy clients, put it that way. And that's why I was upset. I wasn't really upset, but we got a review. I think I shared it in the other group. I got a review. It was 4 stars. But it said, they came, the guys did a great job. I'm so happy. And I'm like, damn. So I text them, because we text a lot with our customers through responsibility. And I texted. Nothing like, I didn't text anything like crazy. I see some people get crazy. Very nicely. I thank you. I really appreciate the review. I was just wondering if you can tell me what we did wrong not to earn that 5th star, because I like to improve our company. And I want to know so I can. And no, they said we don't give 5 stars. You guys did a great job. We don't give 5 stars. I'm like, what? I'm like, crazy. What? But that's blew my mind. But no, I mean, it's really about, everybody talks about the cost of acquiring a customer, man. Like, they're talking about, they're doing all this stuff, the Facebook ads and Google ads, and they're doing all the yard signs and everything. They're like, we're struggling. When things go slow, they're saying we're struggling. I'm like, well, man, like, build something where your customers are going to be your salespeople, and they're going to talk about you. Like, that's the difference of having a happy customer and having a customer that will talk about you. That's a big difference.
And a loyal customer.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. That's not because pretty much everybody, well, they should. Everybody in this industry can go out and take a house that's green and make it clean. I mean, everybody that's washing's doing that. So you have to be different from the talk about you. You really do. You have to be different. And that could be communications, man. Even communications. I can go through emails after emails, emails from jobs that we don't close. They choose other people. That's fine. They still get an email from us. We still have follow-ups. And I've had people to email back and said, hey, we really appreciate the way you followed up with us. Even though we didn't hire you guys this year, we're going to keep you in mind for the stuff. It's just our customers, man. Communicate. Stay in front of them. Let them know that you appreciate them as customers. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with that. Like, I always look, what can I do to make this customer remember me?
Yes.
So if they have a mailbox out at the street, I just washed the house. I did the driveway. I did the sidewalk. And that mailbox looks dirty. Take a rag, wipe it down real quick. Customer calls me up and goes, did you clean my mailbox? I'm like, yeah, it was dirty. You got a house wash. You're not going to get a fresh suit and put on an old tie. You're going to put on the whole suit, brand new. That's your house. You can't do everything and knock this. Yeah, we knocked it out real quick. She's like, I've had 3 different power washers in 3 years. Nobody's ever cleaned the mailbox.
Nope.
We're a customer for life now. All over,
absolutely.
Literally 2 minutes it took to do something different. Make them remember you. And what it cost me? 2 minutes? But I already got a phone call back this year. When are we on the schedule? I said, next week. Let's go. And people have to look at it that way. You're not going to get that with the $99 guy who's there for 30 minutes because he's going to miss something, or they're not going to take that extra step. Listen, we're providing value. It's, yes, we aren't the cheapest, but as you said, we're not the most expensive. We're right in the middle, but we care about our customers. I want them to see my face. I want them to see the truck. So that way, if they see my truck driving down the street, they wave. So that's what people need to realize. Like, build that relationship. Let them be your salesman.
Now I run into the situation a lot, quite a bit. I like to normally give myself extra time when I go do a job. I handle it this way in every single business I have, from construction to everything. I always, when I go and do a bathroom and I know it's going to take me a week, I tell the customer it's going to take me 2 weeks. Now, that type of customer is kind of different because if I finish earlier, now they're happy, right? The pressure washing industry, I've told people it's going to take me 2 to 4 hours to get your house clean. They only heard 4 hours. Okay. I finish in 2 hours. Okay. And they're like, well, you told me it was going to take 4 hours. Why, and I got to pay you all this money for only 2 hours with the work. I'm like, unfortunately, sir, I have my system set up so well that I'm efficient to do your job. That's why I give you 2 to 4 hours window that it's gonna take me. I could finish in 2, or I could finish in 4.
Yep. Yeah, I'm down to 2 houses a day. Morning house, afternoon house. That way, if something comes up, this spot's really bad. hit it 2 times, it's still not as clean as I want, or the bottom part of the shingle always has that crud up underneath. I gotta hit it a 3rd time. Gives me plenty of time to knock it out. I'm not trying to get 8 houses in one day. Like, that's where you lose. You're gonna miss stuff.
Not only that, but doing 8 houses a day, you become an employee. When you have 8 houses and you disperse them, okay, properly, you become a business, because there is other things that you have to do in between them. I never understand all these guys that said, "Oh, I got 10 houses for today. 10 houses for today." What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing the following day? Nothing. What are you doing Dude, it's a business. You're supposed to spread your customers. You're supposed to work by customer service to begin with. And if you're going to do 10 houses in one day, you're not going to be able to provide that customer service. I don't care what anybody says. Ain't going to happen.
Not going to happen. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Hey, I would tell everybody too, man, if you're newer in this industry, even if you're not even newer, but if you're newer, one thing I would tell you right now is to go buy, because I can guarantee you I don't know what the number is, but it's a very high percentage number of companies don't have this in their truck. Go to the store and buy yourself a big bag of like the 50 or 100 bag of the rags, microfiber rags, and have them on your truck. And wipe down a mailbox. Wipe down a mailbox. Wipe down the doorknob of the front door when you go knock on the door when you're finished. Dude, these customers see everything now. Like, every house that you go to, they freaking got cameras everywhere. Like, they see everything you're doing, right? These little extra moves that you're doing, these little taking care of them, and they'll remember that. They will remember that. And salespeople, like Jared was saying earlier, man, turn your customers can be your biggest salespeople. Biggest. I mean, I was telling Jared earlier, man, we'll be down the shore. Coming up soon, we have 30 some houses down there to do. They don't come from us, advertise. They all come from customer. 2 customers. There's 2 customers. So we have 2 people that get these jobs for us. We don't do anything. We don't even have to talk to the other all the people. They send us a list. They send us a list with addresses.
Damn.
And they're like, they want this done. Oh, and this person wants to add a driveway. This one wants to add their sidewalks, whatever. They'll send us a list. We'll be like, all right, gotcha. Like,
Sacco, I saw somebody asking about a pressure washer for the area Jamie's going to. So I tagged him. He's not even a member of that group for that area. Would you like to invite Jamie to the group? Because everything he's getting is from referrals. Because he did such a great job. He's not even posted down there, because I had to invite him to the group to say, hey, listen, there's more people in that area that you're going to that want pressure washing. So if you could jump on it, since you're already down there, do it. But literally everything he got is from referrals. And that's what people aren't seeing. Like, they can be your biggest seller. Like, listen, you bring me 32 houses to do. That's huge. It might take me 2-3 weeks, but I guarantee every single one of those houses is going to look great. And I want them to start referring me now.
Yep. It's all about, man, understanding the value of a customer, man. And then, referral marketing can be, and, we're working on that in the mastermind and stuff. We're trying to dial it in even deeper, because referral marketing, man, it's like, we all talk about things are getting tight. People are trying, people are feeling crunches a little bit, right? Well, that means if everybody's feeling a crunch, you're giving opportunities to your customers that maybe feeling a little bit of crunch to actually make some money simply by saying how much they love you. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
who doesn't like free money?
Yeah, everybody loves free money.
Yeah.
Not for nothing also, and I don't want to bring politics into this life, but we are seeing a big change also, a big drop of people trying to do the small trailers and little things. So this is the time that we gotta, take advantage of this and go out there as professionals and put out our businesses out there because with all, especially here in Florida, I mean, I've seen the drop of freaking side hustlers. To be honest with you, a lot of them were, you know, illegal immigrants, and they're not around anymore. So we gotta take advantage of that.
Side hustlers, right?
Yeah, it's side hustlers, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what kills our business.
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I mean that's this industry is filled with guys that have other income streams, um, and they wash not really to make money. They wash to make extra money. Um, the problem with that is there's nothing wrong with that, man. The problem becomes when they want to be doing that and devaluating the market and then try to share in the industry with newer people coming in that is the norm. That's
I
not
never
the norm.
understood. I never understood why these guys want to leave so much money on the table by charging cheap.
Because
Even if
probably-
you're doing a side hustle, okay, you could be making a nice fucking side hustle and charging correctly.
there's a few
Nobody's knocking out your hustling. What we're knocking off is you fucking giving the jobs away for super cheap because you don't need that money, because you already have an income coming. Yet we business owners have to fucking deal with the rest of the crap that you don't.
Yeah, it's because we're the ones that are paying the employees. We're paying business, we're paying truck insurance, paying for the truck. Some people had to finance equipment, office staff, warehouses, or shops. $99 doesn't have any of that. They're running out of a pickup truck carrying 5-gallon bleach buckets, and that's it while they're getting their normal paycheck. They're not a business owner. We're business owners where, listen, for me to start my truck up, it cost me $250 a day just to start the truck. That's insurance, registration, payment for my truck, everything. So I need to make at least $250 a day to break even. But I got a family. I need to make sure I can pay myself. So $99 might work for him. Doesn't work for me. So I'm not doing $99 houses. Like, I got to set it up because I got a lot more, because this is my only income. I don't have supplement income coming in. So for them, it's great. And you know what? That's not for me. It's just like going food shopping. Do you want to buy the 99-cent ice cream that tastes like junk? Or do you want the Breyers or Haagen-Dazs where you're going to pay $6 for a little quart? Sorry, I like my Haagen-Dazs.
You like your Haagen-Dazs, right?
$6 for this little freaking quart. Everybody says, oh, it takes me 3 times to finish that. I'm fat. I eat it in one sitting. I eat that whole goddamn pint. And it's like, listen, that's what I like. I like the quality of Haagen-Dazs. You give me Acme ice cream, and no offense, Acme, it tastes like crap. It's gritty, but that's just like washing. You get the cheap guy for $99 that might miss something, or you hire us, and I'm wiping off the mailbox. Or like Jamie was doing. He's scrubbing their outdoor kitchen, granite countertop, it looked like, with a brush, making sure he got everything. Like, $99 guy going to do that? Is he going to say, oh, well, I used extra chemical, now I got to change the price? That's why it's show the value of yourself. Don't shortcut it.
Nope. But, going back to the people, though, they fall in different categories, though. I mean, you have to look at this. It's not always not their fault. So there's different categories you have to look at. I mean, you'll have the cheap guys that are cheap because they They have other incomes. They came into this. They have another income stream, and they don't care. Then you have the guys that see them. Okay, they see them. So here's what happens. They see that guy, and they see that guy might have a nice truck, and that guy might go on vacations a lot, and that guy might do different things. And this guy oh my God, that's what I want. They don't realize that that guy has these other incomes, and that, that $99 house wash or whatever, cheap house wash, it doesn't have to be 99, is what's getting them that lifestyle when it's really not, right? So you have those people. Then you have the guys that are afraid. They're just afraid, man. They're afraid. Like if I don't advertise cheap price, if I'm not cheap prices, customers aren't going to hire me. That's a mindset, man. Guys got to try to break out of that. That's something they have to look down deep inside themselves and say, man, and put it on paper, man. Put it on paper and write it down, see what makes sense, and figure that out. You have those guys, and you got to remember, you have guys that enter this industry. They could be working at a gas station, making $15 an hour. They pick up a pressure washer, and now they're making, a couple $100 a day, right? A few $100 a day, and they're like, damn, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money. It is, right? It is. If you look at it, it could be a lot of money, right? Compared to what they were making their job. But what they have to look at and they have to really think about is like, what happens if my engine blows in my truck? What happens if my transmission blows up? What happens if my power washer blows up? What happens if I fall and get hurt and I can't work for 2 months? This is what they need to think about. This is the things that you have to think about to build a sustainable company where, if your truck blows up and you're making enough profit, so you're not taking it. That's why I'm thinking people are like, and it's a shame when you see not customers, when you see other pressure washers saying that guys are taking advantage of people. They charge too much money. They're not taking advantage of people. They have businesses to run which require a certain amount of numbers. Look, I'll tell you guys, at the end of the day, like we can go out and do all these big jobs and do all this, but at the end of the year, our company is 20-25% profitable.
Yep.
Right? That's where it's at. Like, so there's reasons why. So it's not always just they want to be the $99 guy or the cheap guy. It's just they're sometimes they're afraid or sometimes they just think that's what's right because they don't know, right? Because when they jump on these groups or jump on TikTok or YouTube and they see guys that are promoting that cheap prices because they have other incomes, they think that's a norm. They believe that's the norm. So then when they see us come along and say, hey, man, you really shouldn't be charged. You shouldn't be charged 8 cents a square foot to wash a house, man. That's not going to do it, bro. They're like, oh, what? You're a goddamn what? What are you talking about? You're ripping people off if you're charging more.
Yeah. No,
it's not everybody's fault, dude. Like you said, it's not all their fault. They just sometimes they don't know better, man. They don't know better, and that's why, dude. That's why that's why we try to be. We try to be here and we try to help them
understand.
We try to help them understand that. We try to help them understand, there's reasons why, like when we tell you this, we're not telling you, like when I talk to somebody and say, hey man, you really got to look at your prices or whatever. I'm not trying to look down at them. I'm not trying to downplay them. I want to see them win. And I'm like, dude, that's what you're doing. I know you feel like you're winning. I understand it, right? So I'll share this right here because this is a post. I know you guys seen it. I know I shared this the other day in some of the groups. This was a memory came up from me from 10 years ago, right? When we had our other company. You see that truck? That truck was wrapped $149 whole house wash. Dude, we had multiple trucks out running doing $149 house washes all day long. I thought we were winning. Right? I thought we were winning. But we weren't. And that's the reason why today, that's the reason when I rebranded my company in 2017. And that's the reason I started trying to help other guys understand that and started doing boot camps and started doing like events to try to help these guys is because I've been there. So you can't ever accuse me saying I'm calling you the $99 guy because I was there with you. So I can call you what I want to call you because I was there. So I've experienced it. I'm doing it to tell you, man, that it's not Like I said, I thought we were winning. I thought it was awesome, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just a lot of stress, man. There's a lot of customers, a lot of stress. At the end of the day, when we looked at the numbers, man, the numbers didn't make sense, right? To build a sustainable business. Now, did I have money? Absolutely. I was making a lot of money, but not to build a company, right? So that was a difference. So that's why I look at these guys, man. I'm like, man, there's so much more. There's so much more you can do, especially now in 2025, when we talk about, like, prices of cost of living is crazy, right? I mean, you have to charge appropriately, to build a company, and
Who? I think it was AC 2 years ago. Broke it down. My skids are this much. Why? He went from he broke down everything. 5% to marketing, 10% to shop surplus. And when it came down to it, he goes, on every skid I sell, I make 5%. That's it. That's my net profit. 5%. And he's like, if a skid's this much, I'm making $200. He goes, that's it. He goes, because we're a business, we have this, and this. If I charge you less, now I'm losing money. And we're not in the business to lose money. We're in the business to make money. So you have to know your prices. That was his biggest thing. Know what you need to live the lifestyle you want, and know what it takes. Know where your money's going. And charging less, you are going to lose money. If a power washer goes down, do you have the extra $3,000 to buy a new pressure washer right away? Probably not. But charging at our price, not saying we're charging $3,000, but make it enough where if something breaks, we can. Shoot, I need another hose. Call Zoo City. Yo, I need 2 more hoses. 100-foot lane. Ship it to me. And they said, okay, we got you. And that's why you just got to know your numbers. So that way you can provide that value and make sure if something happens, you can still continue. Because people don't want their house half washed. Sorry, my pressure washer's broken. Can't get it fixed because I'm only charging $99. Maybe in a week I'll fix it and get your house washed.
Yep, and knowing your numbers that's part. I mean, that's one of the keys, man. I know
That's
Rick
the most
Atkins,
important part of your business.
yeah,
That's the most important part of your business.
Yep. Rick Atkins used to do an awesome class on knowing your numbers, man. And it wasn't, guys thought it was a boring class. It's a numbers class, right? But it was a class that was really needed, man, because understanding the numbers is kind of, man, if you know your numbers, I mean, once you know your numbers, you'll know where you need to be. You know what you have to do. I mean, when you break it down, and even if people don't have employees now, if they do have employees that are getting them, depending, I don't know where you're at, what your minimum wage or what you charge, but an $18 or $20 an hour employee is not $18 or $20 an hour. It's a lot more than that. A lot more.
It's 26. It's $36 an hour because you got to pay the same amount of taxes that you're paying him. You got to cover those taxes.
Yep.
Unless you want to make those employees some contractors or sole proprietors where they take care of their taxes. Okay, but when you do that, now they become independent. So you cannot tell them what to do. They have to provide their insurance. They have to provide their tools. All you got to do is give them the paperwork and tell them, I need this done. If they screw it up, it's your problem because you decided to have them as a subcontractors.
Yep.
So it's a balance that you got to know where to, at what point to get into.
Yep. And even like the strategy, because I've seen this comment. This has got thrown out a lot last week. Well, we know what we're doing. We're going to charge cheap, and then we're just going to raise our prices. What the guy said in the comment. I can tell you from experience with that other company.
That's a bait clip.
That's not going to work. It ain't going to work. No, he's talking about he'll raise his prices later and going to keep those clients. Not going to keep them. Not going to keep them. I can tell you right now. Not going to keep them. I had the data, so I know from the other company. So the other company we didn't even use. We used we used to have stacks and stacks of paperwork. We used it was all handwritten stuff, invoices and stuff. But all those thousands of customers that we service, man, thousands of customers. When I separated from that company from my partner, we closed down and I rebranded and opened up Greenway. We did not retain, man. The percentage of those customers I was able to retain is so low it'll blow your mind away.
Yep.
Because they were used to paying $149. They're not going to pay $400 or whatever it is, the number, right? They're not going to pay it $300, whatever the number is, right? They're not going to pay it. Once you go down that road, right, that is attached to you. That's what you are known as. That's what the customers say. Hey, Jared, you want to get your house washed? I know this guy will do it for $125, man. That's what they're going to spread your name as. Like, you're not going to be able to – you can't just flip a switch and be like, no, I'm not the cheap company anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start. You're going to have to start from scratch with your clients. You got to start from scratch. You know, you'll retain some. Some will understand, but many won't. They won't. They just won't, because they hired you in the first place. They hired you in the first place because you were cheap. Just like
for your cheap price.
Just like, you know, when you target houses, you know, to have to be cleaned. Targeting the dirtiest, greenest house in the block. I know guys, they see it and their eyes light up. Man, look at that house. It's so dirty. It's so messed up. I can get that house. I'm going to go leave a door hanger. Well, guess what? Unless you have a door hanger that says you're washing the house dirt cheap, it's going to stay that way. There's a reason why it's that way.
There's a reason why. Yeah.
There's a reason why. You know, and we just had that. I just had a, you know, we go back to talking to clients. I mean, I talk to a lot of our clients, and I was in a job with them a week and a half ago, and this is a pretty well. I mean, this client's house is a high-end house, and I was talking to him. We were talking about cheaper people. We were talking about, you know, different things, and about how, you know, customers don't care if their house is really dirty. It's the reason why. And we were talking about cheaper, you know, people, and he was like, "Well, how can they be in business at that prices and all this?" And like, so customers understand that. The right customers, they do understand. They do. You just have to, like, let them know why. You know, they take the time, man. Take the time to do the small things. You know, it's the small things. Property protection shouldn't be small. Like, you know, I know I'm seeing a lot of videos from the guys that are claiming that they're so fast. Well, yeah, I know. I see you spraying railroad outlets. I see it. I know. You're fast, man. I get it. It takes us a half hour usually to prep a house before we even start, most of the time. To prep it correctly, depending on the house. If it's a big house. If it's a cookie cutter house, no. You know, we can prep it pretty fast in 15 minutes or so. But dude, the customers.
Yeah, but you still have at least 2 hours between prepping and washing, whatever, you know, if it's a small house, a couple hours, 2-3 hours. If it's a big house, 4 hours. But listening to these guys, you know, we sprayed and prayed, you know, we went to this big house and we did it in freaking 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah, there is no way you set up, you prep, and you spray in 20 minutes. You're lying.
I can tell you we're average on a cookie cutter house. We're about an hour and a half on cookie cutter house. If it's just a house. But I don't try to do a lot of just houses, man. I try to do a lot of, you know, houses with, you know, exterior window cleaning and patios and driveways, and I try to build those bundles up, man. That's kind of what
bundle
I
package. Yeah, your bundle.
Try to bundle, because when you bundle, man, it's like, all right, you don't have to go around driving doing multiple jobs. You know, you can bundle, you can go do 2 jobs and be done. You know, the job we're doing tomorrow, man, like, I mean, these jobs that we could do, you know, we don't have to be there all day, but dude, we'll spend that most of the day there. I mean, it just, you know, it's the value we're giving them. You know, it's the value that we do. Now, I will say sometimes that goes a little bit weird. I mean, I do have one client down the shore. They pay a lot of money to wash their house. I mean, we do the house and exterior windows, and dude, they pay a lot. And the first time we did it, this was a few 4 or 5 years ago. I guess about 4 years ago was the first time we did it. I told my guys, hey, we're going to go down here. We're going to do the house. Pretty much going to be hanging out there, man, for most of the morning, a little bit into the afternoon. We're going to have lunch there. We're going to just people are paying for a full day easily, right? That wasn't what this client had in mind. You know, a couple hours, man, he's already like, you almost done?
Get out.
Get out. Get out. I can step it up. So there's a balance. But yeah, no, it's all about just knowing your numbers. That's what it comes down to. Knowing your numbers, guys. Understand your numbers. Once you understand your numbers, once you sit down and fill out a budget sheet and understand your numbers, your actual real numbers, and look at your assurance, look at everything and put it all together, you'll understand what you need to make to build a sustainable company. I mean, you know, a company
and keep in mind. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, good.
No, I was going to say, keep in mind that the $99 is not the same $99 in Florida and New York and freaking Washington State and in California, because every expense we have when it comes to materials and everything, all the prices are different. So just because you're in Washington State and you see a guy promoting $99 and you're going to be rich, doesn't mean that $99 system is going to work in your state.
I was just talking about that to Kevin Paul. He was telling me what bleach costs around him. And I'm like, dude, I'm almost double. I was like, my prices of bleach buying in bulk is almost $5 a gallon. Unless I want to travel 2 hours away, then it's just wasting my time and fuel money. I'm like, I wish I could buy bleach that cheap. I was like, how much is it to send it up here? Because I'll buy 200 gallons at a time. So yeah, it's what I'm paying for bleach is definitely not Florida price. They're what, $1.99, $1.89? I wish we could get that. And then yeah, I can see my price can come down just a little bit. But for right now, listen, where you're paying almost $5 because we don't have bleach manufacturers like Florida does, yeah, our price is going to be way different. So
yeah,
maybe I should be the 129 guy.
Be the 129 guy. You can get them. I mean, there's things. I mean, you know, it comes down to fear a lot, man, with guys, honestly. And there's things. I mean, there's things also we have to do different. I mean, you know, when you have to try to build a company, you have other people that are why does it not want to disconnect? No, I don't want to disconnect from that. I see why I'm good. When you have other people that rely on you now, right? When you have other people besides just you relying on that truck, it does open up some, you know, some different challenges, you know. So like, you know, when we have roller coasters, because we all know the industry is roller coasters, man. Yeah, it's roller coasters. It'll be amazing one month, and then another month it could be like going like, oh my God, what's going on? So, and I get that, man. I get that, and I'll do things to try to overcome that, but it's not washing for $99. I'll do some stuff people will call me crazy for. I'll do free exterior window cleaning with a house wash, and people are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Well, my premium exterior house wash is priced at a pretty good price that we can afford during that lull time to do the exterior windows to make sure that truck still brings back the money to make sure these guys can survive and not thrive, not really to survive. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? So it's I get it, man. It's so I understand it. I see it. It's everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through slow times and busy times, and it's just if you're in business for a couple years, you'll learn how to you'll know. You know, I remember Chris Martinez came on not a few years ago and did something to PWMCA. He did a class on that about predictability and being, you can look at your data because your data tells you. I can go back right now and look at data and we can kind of see the chart, you know, where it goes up, where it comes down. We can see it. So that's how we can tell if there's a disruption in the market or something's going on. We can see it because the data, we have the data from every year. Data doesn't lie. I mean, data tells the truth. Data is there. It's funny. It doesn't lie. So that's why, like, even guys having like CRMs and stuff, man, all this stuff is important because you can go back and you can look in the instant and you can see things, you can track, man. It's not about just going out and washing the house real fast. It's just not. It's just not about that. It's not, man. Let me see. I'm gonna go back and look at this auction, see if we got anything going on over here. This auction's getting ready to end, fellas. This
That's
auction is
what I
getting
was going on to look.
ready to end. If you guys want to come over here and get some bids in, head over, go to the Facebook group. Get over to the Facebook group. The Facebook group is right here. It's called Cleaning Industry to Help the Roots. Search that Facebook group. Find that Facebook group. Get in there. Get your bids in. We got some stuff getting ready to close. This is getting ready to close in a half hour, man. Look at that. We got a spray lid here from Mark Tilanio with Deco. You're going to give you a whole bunch of Deco swag with that. It's not going to look like that.
I'm sorry.
That sprayer.
I'm sorry. Say his name again.
Mark Tilanio.
Tulanio.
Mark T. Mark T.
I love the way you say it.
Mark T.
Tuliano. Tuliano.
I'll do like I do with John.
Mr. Internationally known.
Mr. Internationally known, yes.
That's right.
So this is not the one you're going to get.
What's up, bitches?
Like powder coated and look nice. You want to start Smart Box from John Sacco? Get in there and get your bid in. Right now, the highest bid. Let's go roll through it, make sure we're not missing it. Right now, the highest bid is $375. We got 100 yard signs from Dope Marketing. Right now, the highest bid on that is $220. We have what is that's something that John's here. I'm like, what's that? We got 50 yard signs. Right now, that highest bid is $200. We got a website. This one did not meet the reserve yet. The reserve is $9.99. This is a hell of a deal. 5-page website for a pressure washing or Christian Light Company. 6 months of free hosting. $9.99 is the reserve in that. So we'll see where we go with that.
That is a hell of a deal.
Yep.
It's a hell of a deal.
250 double-sided yard signs from Dope Marketing. That right now is at $650. EBC 55-gallon kit. This has got to go up, guys. This is way low. $400 right now is the winning bid on this. This is a kit that makes 55 gallons of EBC. This is a $838 value that has to go up, guys. You got to get in there and build on that. That's an awesome, awesome deal. We have the parking garage class from John T. Okay, this one right now is at $175. You get with this a parking garage class to John T's garage, which you know comes with all kinds of stuff he gives his attendees, and a free ticket to the huge convention also. So that's a hell of a deal right there.
And he has some great giveaways.
Yes, he gives giveaways to his students.
He keeps on saying, listen, our vendors are stepping up. Everybody in the class is going to either get some kind of discount, chances to win spray guns. Like, it's his class is amazing. I've never been, unfortunately.
Let's go, people. Let's put your bits in.
So that is something everybody.
We gotta raise these prices up.
If I could go, I'm on vacation that week with the family, so I can't go to the huge. But if I could, I'd bid on it.
Yep. Yeah, that's an amazing opportunity for somebody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's even if you just take away from the class and don't clean, it's still a knowledge. It's going to help you in other areas of your business. And then you're going to get discounts to stuff you already buy. You're buying from, let's say you buy from Trudy. I think she gives a discount. AC gives stuff too. You're going to get more than just knowledge. Like that's, and then you get a ticket to the huge. Like that's huge.
You get a ticket to the huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a really great. I mean, a really, really great value right now. That has to go up. We got 100 feet of two-wire pressure hose here from Kevin Paul and his wife from Zoo City Suds and Supplies. Right now, that is at $200. The high bid in that one. Yep. And then we have the one that was just added a little while ago. Today, this one was added. Is a manual hose.
So
oil.
is that today?
What's that?
Is
I
AC's?
don't think this one's going to end today because this was just put on here today.
Okay, I was gonna say put that on. Let that end next week.
At the next one, yeah. So we're gonna have a new auction, guys. We are going to be doing some other stuff.
You know what? Speaking of that,
we're going to be doing some other stuff with some other items that are going to be coming in. We may go back and use the old system. I tried to step in and use the old system. This one, there was some difficulties doing it, and I didn't want to get everything all messed up. So we're just going to leave this one on the Facebook. But for the next one, we might move into using the auction site. If you guys remember the auction site, I can actually log on and actually go to the old one that we did. So I can actually go to my auctions. Let me go. Archived auctions. We did one for Flip, if you guys remember that, right?
yep.
And let me go ahead and share this for you guys.
Remember with the auction we did for the Flannery? We were freaking, I was taking notes all night, 24 hours, freaking,
Yep.
what the hell, who's bidding, who's doing this, who's doing
Yep.
that? I'm like, what the heck? That was
Yep.
wild.
And then we started doing the
That was
auction,
fun.
right? So this is what we did for Flip when we did this one. So this one was pretty good, man. See, this was pretty easy. It was like right here, everybody can click it. They went and bought it. But I mean, looking at how the values went, they all went like close to value, man. You see that? Like how close everything got to value, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, look at this. Vest. Oh, these sprayers, man. Look, these towels. Remember the towels?
Oh, I got one of those.
Yep, you won one of them. You actually bid and won one of them. So
I mean, bid on another one.
Yeah. It's
The
just
one you
like, man.
put up, I threw it on there because I know they're high quality. They last, so.
Yeah, so guys, get in there and get your bids in, man. Get your bids in. The auction is ending in like 20 minutes. For the items are ending in 20 minutes. So get over there, man. Get over to, again, if you don't know where the bids are, go to Facebook. Search this cleaning industry auction to help the roots. Search that. You will find a group. The group picture will look like that. It'll be blue and it'll say that. Go into that group. Join it. When you join it, go in, scroll down, and put your bids in. And we're getting ready. This thing's going to be ending soon, man. Some guys are going to win some stuff. We just had something come in. Oh, that wasn't Jared. All right, Jared put a bid in. All right.
Yep.
Get in there, get your bids in, fellas. And if you don't know, if you're brand new, if you're just joining this is for Don Root and his wife, Stephanie Root. Don, you guys are new, may not know Don. He's been in the industry a long time. He's helped a lot. He's been a big part of the events we pull off. He's worked a lot in the back scenes. His wife has a tumor in her brain that they are doing surgery on for actually tomorrow. Tomorrow they're doing it. And we're trying to, it's just taking a financial toll on them and emotionally toll on them. Don was already dealing with some health issues himself. So this is not what they needed right now. So we're trying to do this to help them raise money. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to help them raise money so they can get by. They can get through this tough time in their life. And, he's going to have a couple months that he's going to have to be home with his wife doing her recovery and stuff. So they're going to need some help, man. And this is what it's about. And there's also, if you guys want to donate to the GoFundMe, they actually have a GoFundMe up also. I'll share that link here so you guys have that. There's a GoFundMe. Here's a link for the GoFundMe. You guys can go to the GoFundMe. You can share on there also. You can $10, $20. I mean, $10, man. That's a Starbucks coffee. Shit. If you go to Dunkin' Donuts, there's 2 coffees, right? You can do $10. Go in there and drop $10 on there. Everybody, I get it, man. Everybody can't go donate $50, $100 to whatever. I understand. I get it. I really, really do. We can all
make your
$10.
coffee at home.
Yeah, make a coffee at home tomorrow. Say, you know what?
Save a couple bucks.
I don't need that coffee and bagel tomorrow. I'm going to give that $10 to the Roots, and I'll survive tomorrow without my coffee. I'm going to make it home. Right? Look at it that way.
Yep. No,
They're good people, man. They're really good people.
Remember,
Um,
what goes around comes around, guys. What goes
Yeah.
around comes around.
Yep. I mean, absolutely. I mean, Don was heavily involved in the other auctions we did for other people. He never knew one day he would have to be, we were doing auctions for him. He never thought that, right? He spent, his time helping. It was because he wanted to help.
always
That's
at
what
the
it-
show.
Yep. Always at the show, man. And people haven't seen Don at the show recently, and that's, because Don was dealing with some medical stuff. And that's why I didn't want to say anything to anybody until he came on live the other night and told everybody. So I was glad he told people that, because they're like asking me about Don. I'm like, yeah, Don's doing good. We don't see Don no more. Now he's doing good. So he was dealing with his own medical things. He's got that figured out finally. They got him figured out. Now he's dealing with this with his wife, but he'll get through this, man. He'll get through this surgery tomorrow, and then on to the recovery, and then we're gonna help them out as much as we possibly can on so they don't have to worry about the financial side as much. I mean, then we had a bid just come in. We did. We had Ricky just bid on the 50-yard signs. He just bid on the 50. He bid $225 on the 50-yard signs. All right.
Come on, somebody
right.
outbid Rick.
Almost there, Ricky. You got 20 minutes to go, my friend. But
Somebody
yeah,
better outbid.
they're amazing people. Let's get back and look at that website, man, because that website has got to be something we got to try to. If you need, I know somebody's watching this doesn't have a website. This website again, Christmas Light Company or Pressure Washing Company, doesn't matter. Let me get it up here for you guys, right here. 5-page website. Mark Rose
I
built
wish
this.
I knew about that before. I had a website made, and I can't tell you how much it cost me. This is a deal of a lifetime. Like, go and call any marketing company right now. Say, how much is it to build me a website? And I guarantee it's going to be over that price. And they're not going to care. They're just going to build you a website and leave. This is a local pressure washer. He is one of us. He ain't gonna screw you over. He's gonna make it just how we make our customers feel. He's gonna care. He's gonna be there. If you say, Mike, I don't like this, they'll be like, what can we do to change it? What do you want? He will brainstorm with you. Mike is a great guy. Talk to him a lot.
Mike's a really great guy.
I think that's undervalued of what he's charging.
It is. It is. So it is. And as a reserve, and I have $9.99. I mean, that's the reserve. Which the reserve, I think the reserve is low. But I'll tell you what. Look, we're 20 minutes. If somebody is out there watching this, I'm telling they don't have a website. They need a website. If you bid right now on that $9.99, we will close that. You hit that reserve, we'll close that and give it, and you'll win it. Because that value of that is amazing. Look, let me show you. I'll go back in case you're just joining. Let me share. This is a website that Mike did for James. Let me get ahead. He also did the PWC website, by the way. Here's Consider Done's website. He did for them. Man, this is a beautiful website, man. This is a beautiful website. It's not just, and this ain't just about pictures, man. This is built within, I guess, the SEO.
No, that's a good-looking website.
Yeah, and it's
built
like
a good-looking website.
Absolutely, dude. And he's got stuff in here for SEO that matters, man. He's got other things that matter, like you see the phone number. How the phone number people can easily see how it keeps going. It's easy to call. They click in and call.
I look at my own website and I go, "Damn, I like how his number's up there all the time."
Dude, because people want to be able to contact you easy. I mean, he's got all this stuff in here, man. This is the website. Like, you're going to get a full functional website with 6 months hosting from Mike. And dude, it's a WordPress website, so I will put so it's not like some kind of the weird thwebsites where it's just like throw a couple blocks together. It's a website Mike's going to build on the back end. There's a lot of work that goes in that. Definitely.
Hey, Jared, don't you have certificates of completion that you've done classes with the PWMCA?
Yeah.
what you should have them add those certificates to the bottom of your website. So this way, when people see that you take certifications of certain things, like roof
Yes.
cleaning, house washing, things like that, that helps for people. I used to have mine on my website, and that kind of helped out a little bit, you know.
Yeah, no, that's why I actually talked to Mike already. Once the washing season's over, we're revamping my website. Because I told him, listen, like I have my PWMCA award on there right at the top. I have that I'm a member. I have that
Yeah.
we're going to Florida every February or March to conventions to learn. And yeah, I want my certificates saying, hey, we know how to use ladders properly, because you'll see Chuck in the truck throw a ladder up unfooted, trying to clean out your gutters, and whoop, there goes the ladder. No, we know the right way to use the ladder. Have somebody at the bottom footing it, 3 points of contact on the ladder at all times, because we were trained through the PWMCA. We've taken the boot camp. So that's why, like, yeah, I'm having my website totally redone, and Mike's going to be the one doing
Cool.
it. So Mike definitely does good work. So that's a huge opportunity for somebody, especially if you're just getting in. I tell people that all the time. There's two things when you start out: Google my business and get a web page, because everybody goes to Google and goes pressure washing near me. And if
Yes.
you're not on the website, if you don't have a
Mhm.
web page, they ain't calling you. So you're losing money.
No,
So-
thank you, Carlos, man. Carlos, thank you. We appreciate you donating to EBC, man, and everything you've done for this industry over many years, man. So we appreciate you, Los. That's Carlos chiming in, man. That's EBC. That's my man
Carlos
right
is
there.
amazing. Carlos,
He
He
is.
is
Hello,
a
brother.
contractor for contractors right there.
Yeah.
I just shared this feed out. Go ahead.
Now
I was going to say, I
remember
just shared this to Christmas light groups just now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I remember taking his class, and he actually, you'll think this is funny, Sacco. He yelled at Jamie because Jamie put all EBCs and all these flyers all over, and Carlos was like, "What the hell are you doing? Put this stuff away. I'm not here to sell. I am here to teach. I want these guys to know the correct
That's a man's
way.
man, brother. That's
Put
a
this
man's.
crap away." And I'm like, well, if you're going to just throw it away, you just throw one in the back of my truck. I like this stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, because any other manufacturers that I would have come in or you know, would you know, they come in to do something at the shop, they would want all their stuff out everywhere. So that's why I figured, well, Carlos is coming and doing a gas station class. I'm going to put his flyers, like I had the EBC cards and stuff. I'm going to put the flyers. I'm going to put them on all the tables for all the students so they can read about it. And Lois was like, "No, man, it's not about EBC."
yeah, he was like, what's this? He's like, Carl, I'm so sorry, guys, that Jamie put all this stuff out. As long as you have a degreaser, that's what you need. SH doesn't work on this kind of stuff because it's soot.
Yeah.
You need a degreaser. As long as you use a degreaser. I don't care if you use mine, if you use anybody else's, Judd West stuff or Southie. I forget the companies. He's like, this is what you do. I am here just to show you the technique of cleaning. And that's where I was like, this is a dude you want to listen to, because he's not like everybody else trying to sell you stuff. He's just trying to tell you his knowledge of how to do it. And that's why for him to donate like that, that's top notch.
Yep, he's amazing, man. He's always been amazing. So look, this website. So I just shared this at some Christmas light groups too. This website, full website, 5-page pressure washing or Christmas light company from Mike Rhodes at Local Power Up. He'll build you this website. He'll host it for 6 months for free. It's a $2,500 value. It's going to be reserved at $9.99. The next person, if somebody comments that $9.99 value over on that group, or even here if they want to, it'll be it. We'll end that. The thing ends at 9 o'clock, but we'll end it if you comment on that. Lowe's tomorrow. She has surgery tomorrow. So Don was on live with us a little while ago. They're down there in Charleston now where the surgery is being done. They were at the hotel. All of his wife's family was there. They were going to have dinner and stuff. She's having surgery tomorrow. So they're down there in Charleston now getting prepared for the surgery tomorrow. So if you're just joining us, if you're just coming in here and you're like, you don't know how to bid, you can't find a group, here, it's very simple. Just Google, go on Facebook and look for a cleaning industry auction to help the roots. You will find this Facebook group. Come in there and join it. You're automatically approved once you join. Go in, scroll through, find the stuff and bid on it. There's some
Hurry
stuff
up,
here.
10 minutes. Hurry
There's
up.
some amazing deals in here.
Invite people.
Yard signs. Yeah, invite
Join the
people.
group and invite your friends that are in pressure washing because there's more to come, people. Invite them. There's only 92 people in here.
Yep, look at this. There's a 55-gallon kit. Los is here. A 55-gallon kit he donated. I mean, that's an $838 value. That's how much that thing costs. You go buy from any dealers. Right now it's only at $400. This is an amazing value right here. If you guys should be going in there and jumping on this, it is. We got to look at things, man. And I understand mentality, right? So the mentality when we say auction, maybe I shouldn't have called this an auction. Maybe I should have said fundraiser. But you have to use the word auction so they know that you have to bid on stuff. But I think when you put that mentality like it's an auction, we automatically think, hey, we're going to go try to bid on something, cheap to buy something cheap. When this is really to raise money to help another brother and sister in the industry, right? This is what this is for. So, my whole mindset was like, man, we've done this in the past. This isn't the first time we've done this. We've done this. We went 24 hours live one time, which John Soccer wanted to do this time, man. I just don't have it in me, man. I'll be honest with you. That killed me, dude.
Come on, old man. Come on, old man. Let's go.
I was down for 2 days after that. But I would do it.
Tell me about it too. Yeah.
If I had to do it, I would do it. But no, I mean, honestly, it's just we do this to try to raise as much money as possible for them. That's what it's about.
Bro, that 23rd hour, I was like, holy moly, I still got an hour. I want to go to bed.
I'll tell you what, the late night stuff was fun. We brought some people on there.
Yes.
I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but the one guy that we brought on that I gave full opportunity to, because everybody was saying he was just going to be a snake and he was here to sell stuff, and he said he wasn't. And I gave him the floor, man. I brought him in there with good intentions. And things went sideways with him really fast.
That made the night, bro. That made the night, to be honest with you.
And if you fast forward to 2025 now, and you look at what he's posted in the groups, every once in a while he'll post something. He's doing exactly what we said he was going to do. Exactly.
Yep.
He's selling marketing. He's selling dream. He's selling this. We knew then that's what you were doing. We gave you the opportunity to come on and talk about it and talk about, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I plan to do in the industry. But no, you came in here, and if you correct me if I'm wrong, he got a bag of popcorn and he was eating it, and he said, "You guys are morons. You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
That was his exact words.
Yeah.
And fast forward to now.
Was he?
I guess we were all morons because we were all right. Come on, man. It's not
there is a few in the industry that was their intention, but they didn't want to say it. Once we called it out, we got a lot of hate from it, but we knew what they came to the industry. It was just, they opened groups. They made all this big fuss about shit, and pretty much it was to do what we knew, to take money from people, writing books and all kinds of stupid shit.
I'll tell you one thing I am, dude, is I'm extremely street smart. I know I'm not gullible. I know things are going on. I see it. It's there. The signs are always there. They're always there. Just be honest. Be honest. Don't say that you have a group that doesn't sell, doesn't allow selling, doesn't sell anything, and actually it's just a big funnel to sell. Like,
Yep.
and I there's people on, dude. I understand it, man. Sometimes it aggravates me because I see it. I don't understand why other people don't see it, but I get it. Some people just don't. They're gullible, or people want to win so bad. They want to win so bad that they're blinded, man. They're blinded. Don't see what's going on. But there's some people in this industry, man. That have poured their hearts into it. Los being one of them, man. Like, have poured the hearts into educating and helping contractors to try to see them be successful, not because they're in it just to make money. Of course, everybody has to make money, man. Like, you have to make money to live. Like, you have to, but when you come in and do stuff under false pretenses and stuff, that's just a whole different deal, man. I just can't. I don't have time for people like that in my life. There's some people in the industry I never talked to and never will, just because from day one I've seen when they came in where they were going, and I just never felt the need to really align with them at all. All right, let me go in here and look.
4 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we got any bids going on here.
And I just got outbidded.
You guys got outbid on that. Start smart box. Let me see. You guys can still see it. Yeah, that's there still. The 100-yard signs. 150-yard signs from Dope Marketing. That's at 200. Let me look. Yep. 225. That's a 225 now. The website looks like right now at this point is not going to be off the block plan because it did not hit the reserve. So we'll push that. That's going to be pushed to the next round of auctions that we do. So we're going to be doing some more. We're going to be doing another auction. The next one I do is going to be a little bit different. EBC's got to get up, man. That's at 400 still. So you guys use EBC, man. Get up in there and get that. Parking garage class. This is way too low for this too. This is $1,000 value, real value. What it would cost you? Like,
woohoo! Do I get to go see the Godfather of garage cleaning?
Ticket to John Cheese, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may have to push that. We may have to
push it, bro. Push it.
So you're winning.
We push that.
Yeah, I mean, because
I wouldn't
there comes a
take
time, man. There comes a time you have to look at some stuff and be like, man, like,
no.
Yeah, there has to be. I understand. There's got to be a point where it's just like, man, this is just like, it's way below.
Yep.
It's not something you want. Like, you can go tell your friends tomorrow, like, man, yeah, look at this shit. I just got this off that auction for like 3 cents on the dollar. Like, this is not what this is about. This is not what this is about, dude. I will bid the value in that thing and just pay for it before I did that, honestly. And I'm not even going to a huge convention. But I can't. That can't happen, dude. That can't happen. We can't. I mean, we have to, And that's my fault. That's my fault, man.
Hey, put that picture back. Put that picture back.
Yep, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to stop there, and there you go.
We're doing it for them. That's the reason why this is happening.
Yep. I'm going to make the next one. I'm going to make it a little bit easier, man. Next round, I'm getting. So it was kind of my fault when I did this one, man. I kind of was like, I talk it down. I try to put the things together really, really, really fast. We will go back to using the next round of auctions, not for these items, for the next round of stuff. We're going to use that auction 32 sites. Everything's going in there from the beginning. We're going to have reserves set on the website, on that auction 32 site, because you can do reserves. So bidding won't even start until you would have to hit that reserve before you started the bidding, because it won't allow you to bid until you did that. So I'm gonna do that on that site for the next round. So we will get through this one, and once we get to, and the other reason, I'll be honest with you guys, the other reason why I kind of push this one fast like this is because I knew the situation we had here. I talked to Don, and I knew the timing was coming up fast, and Don has to, Don's got to stay there. We're there in Charleston. He has to stay at a hotel there. He's got some expenses right now. He's got to stay there. They got to travel there. So he's had some expenses. We had to try to jump in fast, quickly to help. So that's kind of why I threw this together real fast in the Facebook group and not the typical auction site. So that was, kind of my fault, but that's fine. We'll get through this one. The next round of stuff, I'm already in talks with some people. We already got 72-hour print getting ready to put their stuff on the block. A few other people is going to be putting some stuff on the block. We're going to go to the old system. I'll let you guys just kind of see what that looks like real fast because this one is ending. I mean,
the old system was great. I mean,
yeah, I can still log into it. I can log in and actually go to archives and actually pull up the old one. And I mean, that was kind of cool the way that was. I mean, that was basically like, when you went there, you could click something. And look, I'll just share this for you guys.
I mean, I'm kind of partial. I liked it because I won.
Yeah. But you were able to go in that auction and you would be able to see everything. Like, this is what it looked like. This is an old auction. This is the one we did for Flip. And you would be able to see everything. And they would basically hit that. And they would go ahead and they would bid. Okay? And we can set minimum bid increasements. We could set the reserve, right? We could do that. We can go down here and put the instructions and all that. So we're going to be going back to that for the next round of items, but we had to get through these ones. So with that being said, it's 9:00. Let's just go through here and let's go ahead and let's close off what's being closed off. And let me try to, can I shut commenting off on, I can shut commenting off on post, right? On individual post. You can still do that? I haven't even tried that. Yes. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let me share this page with you guys. Let's get in here and let's talk about it. Let's run through it. All right. Right here, we got the sprayer from Mark T. It's at $281.50. All right. So make sure, no, $290. $290. Okay. Yep. $290 is the one on that, right? So we'll go here. We'll hit turn off commenting. All right. So now nobody can comment that. So that should be closed. That's closed. All right. Let's move down to the next thing. Sacco box. Sacco box is at $375. I mean, that's way undervalued, man. I don't know what you think, John, about this one, but
what do you have it at?
It's at $375.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. Will be your decision.
Well,
I think I'm saying if we don't get as close as what we need to get for what the value of the items, probably we should push them to the next one. But it's up to you.
All right. The yard signs, 100 yard signs. I mean, what am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. I think all the yard signs. I think the yard signs all did pretty decent for the yard signs.
Somebody just bid on the yard signs.
Yep. Yeah, I think all the yard signs did pretty decent, man. Somebody bid on the 50 yard signs. Yeah, 175, just $300 value. I mean, that's not 225. So that's the 225 is close. That's close. We like to be closer. We would, but I mean, that's close. You guys agree? It's close.
It's more than half.
Listen, man, I feel bad for the people that bet on the box.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This is what I will do. Okay. When it comes to the box, give whoever bid on this one, let him win that one, and I will donate another box for the next.
Oh damn, bro! You don't have
what?
That, man.
No
I will
way.
donate another box for the next auction, bro. I feel bad that there's people actually.
I know that's
bid on
I know.
it and they don't get their stuff. So consider that done for in my part. So
What we'll do is I'll get with you. We'll put it reserves. We're gonna put reserves and everything in the auction site. that's coming
Yeah,
up.
soccer,
Yeah.
man. That's
Um,
huge.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. That's awesome, dude. I'm gonna basically reach out to all these people that won, and Don sent me earlier. He sent me his Zelle and his Venmo so they can pay him directly once he pays them. So that way he'll get the money fast because they'd like, that was kind of the timing was the problem, So at least they'll have that money that will kind of help them down there where they're at and doing that stuff, and then for them to get through the next couple months, then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that.
They're down there for at least 4 days, he said.
Yeah.
So that's 4 days, 4 nights in a hotel that he has to pay for. Like, that's not cheap. So
No.
maybe this will help offset that a little bit.
Yep. The website didn't hit. That did not hit the reserve, so that we don't even have to talk
that's
about.
gotta go. Yeah, that's gotta go back.
The 250 yard signs, I think, actually did well. I mean, it's still under, but I think it did well. It did more than half. That's a 650, so I think that did well. So I think we can shut that off.
Okay.
EBC, I really don't want to kill EBC, man, but I think Los. That's what I think Los would want us to kill that because I think he would want to have the person that knew was ending at 9:00. I think he would want that to be, done that way. Knowing him, you know what I mean? Because you know how he is, dude. Even though I think it's way undervalued, I know it's way undervalued. I just think knowing Los the way he is, he's a very stand-up person. Guys know that. He would say, "Hey, you guys said you were auctioning ended at 9, and it's ended." So, we'll end it. We'll shut it off.
Oh, congratulations, Matt.
Congratulations. You got a hell of a deal. This one, I'm not ending. People can be pissed off at me. I don't care, man. Because at the end of the day, dude, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this to try to help some of my family, man. They're family, dude. They're our family in this industry. I'm doing this to help them. So people are gonna be pissed off at me. Says, "Hey, you didn't end that." I'll take it, dude. It's not a big deal. You can send me some messages cussing me out. I can deal with it. I'm a big boy. I'll survive.
Yeah.
I'll wake up tomorrow and go back out and do my same thing. It ain't any problem, man.
Exactly.
What's up, Mark? Mark, thank you, man. Thank you for donating that thing, man. We just ended that out.
Marky.
The hose. So we got the hose here. The hose.
Mark
the
T.
Mark T. Yep, that's his name for me now.
No. Say his last name. Here's his last name. Say it.
Mark Tulanio.
You get in there.
That's why I call him Mark
T.
T. All right,
I love it.
Tuliano. It's Tuliano.
There you go. You got
I don't
it
need to do
right.
that. I don't need that.
The New York accent.
I don't need to use that accent though. All right, hold on. How do I shut the commenting off on this one?
Mark, he's been calling you Tiliano or Tuliano. I don't know what the heck.
All right, I just closed the Rampage hose. That's $200 from Kevin Paul and his wife at Zoo City Supplies. Thank them.
Move John's too. Don't
Yeah, I didn't. So let me make sure we didn't miss anything. What the EBC closed off. EBC. Yeah, it'll say comments are off. That's closed.
Double
website.
check.
Website. We're not closing. This one's closed.
Yard signs.
Yeah, this one right here, dude. 100 yard signs. $425 is what it costs for those. That's at $225. I don't know what did James say. What did you bid on, James? What were we looking at?
He got the smart box.
Oh, he got the smart box. Oh, well, he got the smart box. Well, that's good. Doesn't he have a smart box now?
Yeah, but isn't he building something?
No, I'm saying he has one now, right, John?
Yeah, he has one, but he's building a trailer, I think.
I know, but I'm saying, well, I mean, at least it went way
like
under
I said,
bid.
don't feel
But it went
Don't
to,
feel pressure, bro. I'm willing to donate another box for the other auction.
no, I'm saying at
I
least
don't
it
know.
went to somebody. It went
Don't
to somebody
sweat
that's a customer. It went to somebody that's a customer of yours. Which makes it, I guess, maybe a little bit better.
Well,
But,
it went to somebody that we all know,
yeah,
and he's a cool person. So
we told everybody. I know, man. We've been telling everybody, man. We've been pushing it. All right, so that's good. All right, we're good there. So what I will reach out. Oh, the yard signs. You said the last thing was the yard signs.
Yeah,
yard signs.
the
yeah, I think that was.
All right, 100-yard signs. So let me look at who won the other yard signs because you can only win once. So let me look at that real fast. Who won the 50? Ricky won the 50. Okay, Ricky won the 50.
Oh, nobody outbidded him.
No,
Love you,
Ricky won the 50. Who won the 100, 250? Brenda. Okay. Yep. So I guess, yeah. So that one's going to be Matt Johnson, right?
Matt Johnson for 225.
Hell of a deal.
I mean, it's more than half the value, but that's your call.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not really. It's my call. It's auction was ended at 9. There was no reserve set, so that was kind of some mistakes made. But so okay, we'll do it. You know, we had John Sacco here, which said, you know, he made the decision to let his go, so he was here, so that was good that he was here. The parking garage one, I know there was a reserve in that. I didn't put it on there, so I can't let that one go. And then the reserve was on this one, so we definitely not letting that go. So yeah, I think that's it. Everything else, commenting is off. Yeah. So.
And then AC's thing since that.
AC was just the hose reel was just put on today. So yeah, that has not had time to let it go.
Yeah, let it roll.
Matt, that's fine, bro. Just even by you coming on and you saying to push it, we'll let it go, dude, because it's not. You're good. You're good.
Up right there.
That was mistakes made on, you know, like I said, I did this auction was a quick rush because it was just a timing situation. The next round we're going to do is going to be running on the auction site, which is going to make it a lot more fluid for you guys. We're going to have a lot more items on there. You guys are going to be able to actually go on there, place bids. You'll see reserves. You'll see everything. He's saying to push that one. You guys, I'm gonna let you guys vote on figure this one out with Matt, because he's saying really push it.
Okay, here you go. Ready? Heads I win, tails you lose. We'll flip a coin. I say send it on to the next auction.
So wait, which side of the coin says send it on?
Heads I win, tails Sacco loses.
So what's Sacco saying?
All right.
Doesn't matter.
Keep
He loses either way. I say send
Jared
it to the next
said to
auction.
bring it to the next auction. I said Matt can keep it.
Oh, okay, all right, do it.
That good?
Matt, it's totally up to
All right.
you.
No, you flip the coin.
Yeah, it's up to Matt. It's up to
Who's gonna
Matt.
flip
No,
the coin?
It's up
if he
to
wants
Matt.
to push it.
And we appreciate that very much, Matt.
Now, this is going to be legit.
Yeah, he said flip it.
Real
All right.
quarter.
All
Heads,
right.
Tails.
Good. All right. Let's do it. We're doing the flip.
Tails. Matt, you got it.
All right, so it's closed.
You keep-
All right, you
got
keep it.
it.
It's closed.
That's
It's
it.
closed.
Oh,
But thank
yours,
you,
buddy.
Matt, thank you for
Make some money,
thank
bro.
you. Thank you, brother, for saying to pass it, because that just shows that's your character, bro. I mean, and like I said, that was the whole thing with EBC.
Yep.
That's why I said close it, because if Carlos was here, Carlos would want us to close that, no matter what. So like I said, there was some mistakes made, man. That's just because of the timing, you know. But we're not the next auction that's going to be coming up. And we won't have to be. You guys won't have to go to a Facebook group or nothing, which is going to make it a lot easier. You know, we'll share out the link. We'll share out the link. You guys will actually go to a site. It'll look like, it'll look like this, but with different items. This is an old one, but at least you'll know what it will look like. It'll look like this. You'll be able to go in there. You'll be able to see items. You'll be able to bid. You'll be able to click on them. Click on the item like this, and when you click it, it'll give you the current bid. It'll give you the minimum bid requirements. It'll tell you, you know, all about it. Who was donated by. So, that's going to be the next auction. So that one's going to be coming up, guys. This was like emergency type auction to kind of, like I said, to kind of help them in their immediate needs with, you know, what's going on with being down in Charleston and traveling and all that stuff. We're trying to do some stuff for immediate needs. The next auctions, we're going to try to do something to try to get them through, you know, it's going to like a month or two before Don can, you know, get back on their feet to do some stuff. So it's going to take me, you know, it's not going to be tomorrow. I'm going to have to put some time to get that one up. So it's going to take probably, you know, a few days, like a week or so at most, before we have that auction up. But when that's up, we'll have it all streamlined, nice and easy for you guys. And but we appreciate all you guys that actually came onto the auction. We appreciate you guys that bid it and stuff. If you didn't bid, we appreciate you guys coming on and spending some time. Appreciate, you know, all the people that donated the items. You know, they are all awesome. John Soccer.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
I got a quick question, Jamie. Are you gonna keep the GoFundMe for another week, or you're gonna close it?
Yeah, no, the GoFundMe is just up.
The
GoFundMe's up. The GoFundMe's up, so that's up. So if people want to donate to that, they can. The GoFundMe is up.
Is there like a timeline that you're gonna keep it up?
I don't know. I have to ask Don about that. I don't know, because we had that set. You know, I think that was set for like $11,000 goal, and we're not even close to that. So we'll try to figure out what we'll do. No, here's what we'll do. This makes sense. We'll keep that up until we run the next auction, because then we can see if we can hit to that goal. Because we can combine everything together to get to that goal. Because the main thing is to try to get to that goal. That's what it is.
So
there you go, brother.
This page up?
This page?
Yeah.
No, I think we should probably, so it's not confusing for the next auction, we probably should kill this page. Just archive it, so it doesn't get confusing with the auction, because I think people would land here and not know what's going on. I think, we just start out fresh with that auction site, to share out the link to all the groups and say, hey, if you're looking for this, you're looking for that, go bid on it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that's the way to do it. And I could probably, I'll start putting stuff in there we already have, like the website and stuff like that. I'll get loaded in there. But yeah, I'll do that, and I'll do the yeah, it's a good site. I just got to see what we have to do in there. So there's no ads or anything like that. We're doing ads, and the ads were like a pain in the neck. I tested it the other night. It was like doing ads and stuff, and I'm like, this was confusing, because it was doing ads. It was doing ads, I guess, based on my search history. So it was doing ads like for, you know, power washing supply stuff. So when you went on to the auction site and it had an ad pop up on the bottom, it would say like 11% off of this machine, like you would maybe think that's like part of the auction or something. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. So I'm gonna do it ad free. So I'm gonna just sign up for the whole thing for that thing, and sign up for that and do it that way. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to build it, but I'll have it, like I said, I'll have it built up where it'll be streamlined. But like I said, at least we did this. This will help them get through the next, you know, being traveling down to Charleston and dealing with the surgery and stuff, and being stuck there for 4 days. Hopefully it's just 4 days. Don said if everything goes smooth, it's 4 days. So that's what we're banking on, 4 days to get home.
And what are they? They're like 4 hours from home, aren't they?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a long trip for her.
Hey, and I'm gonna throw this out there, okay? If it comes out of your heart, any contractors that live close by Don, if he's got any jobs that you guys can help him out to get him done so they can make some money, man, that will be such a big help for them. That's another way to help him out. I know he's got jobs that people want to get done. He might have it on his schedule. Please, if it comes out of your heart, go do those jobs for them. You know, one day it's not gonna hurt you. You know, actually, like I said before, what goes around comes around. So if you
Yep.
can help them get that job done, so they can get that money because they really need it right now, will be an amazing help. I
Yep.
just want to throw that out there.
Oh no, I totally agree. When there was an accident this winter that another Christmas Lake contractor unfortunately passed away, and he had customers, and it actually happened at a customer's house. Somebody put on Facebook saying, "Hey, this is what's going on," and I reached out to the dude. I said, "Dude, I'm in Delaware. I'm 45 minutes away. If his family still has jobs to get done, let me know. I'm 45 minutes away. I'll come down. I got a 50-foot tow behind lift that I rented for a couple weeks. I'll come down and do whatever job you guys need done so the family can have some money." And the dude messaged me back, goes, "Thank you, but we've had so many people reach out that it's all the jobs are taken care of." And
Yeah.
that's what it means to be part of a community. When one person's down, we all step up. So if you live near if you live near the Roots, see what you can do.
James said he would definitely do it. James said he will definitely do it.
Awesome, James. You know what? Because you're doing it, James, I'm going to invite you to the Mastermind Club.
So Rusty. All right. So yeah, I apologize, Rusty. Basically, I tried to throw some stuff into that auction the last minute, take it off the Facebook group, but it wasn't working out. That it just wasn't working out at all in there. So we took it off of the Auction 32 site and kept it on the original Facebook page. So it just ended. We just ended all the items except for the website didn't meet the reserve. John T's parking garage class. Everything else went. We do have we're going to be doing an auction on Auction 32. We were just talking about that. We have a whole bunch of new items. Oh, and AC Locker from Wash Life Store. He donated a hose reel today, so that didn't end because that was donated today. It didn't have time to get out there. We're going to be starting a Auction 32 site that's going to have a whole bunch of stuff on it, and it's going to make it easy. This one was kind of rusty because I know you were just joining. This one was kind of like Don's. They're down there now in Charleston. His wife's having surgery tomorrow, so they traveled down there. They got to stay there. He's got to stay there at a hotel for like at least a minimum of 4 days. We were trying to do this was like a quick auction to try to help him get some money, some funds together to get through this short little period, traveling down there and all that stuff. And then, we got the GoFundMe page and we're going to do a bigger auction, starting in sometime this week at the end of the week. That's going to be a bigger auction with all items in it to make it easier, if that makes sense. So this was kind of like an emergency shit job auction, to be honest with you. I didn't have any reserves set up there, nothing. It was kind of like a mess, but it was just like I talked to Don. It was like a last minute thing. I'm like, man, let's just try to get this going really quick. So, but that's okay. We got through it.
They only found out about this not too long ago, right?
Dude, they scheduled the surgery super fast, dude. Like,
I remember him saying, we only found out a week to 2 weeks ago. Like, that's how quick this goes, guys. Like, they said, hey, you can have this surgery next week. Like, it's not like this has been going on for 5-6 months now. It's shit. This is happening right now. Let's get some money in his pocket. Let's help him out and do another huge auction.
The yard signs did good. There was one that was that went kind of low. But the person that won it was really stand-up person. They said to push it. So here's the comments here because you're just joining. They want to push it. We decided, it wasn't fair to them. So he said flip a coin for it. We flipped the coin and we just the coin decided that he won it at that price.
It was
that was my
next auction, tails.
Yeah. And he was really, it was his idea. He said, hey, push it, guys, push it. So, he was really, stand-up person by coming in there and saying, push it. So we're like, no, it's not fair to you. We said it was going to end. The signs were going to end at 9. 9 hit o'clock. So 9 o'clock hit. So we ended them. But yeah, so we have, what I'll do is I'll send messages to all the winners. And I'll send them messages and I'll send them a way to contact Don. And they can square up with Don, take care of that, and then we will go ahead and let the vendors know. And the next auction that's going to be coming up, like I said, it's going to be done on the Auction 32 site. It's going to be a lot more streamlined. You guys are going to be able to go ahead and you're going to be able to see reserves, which is huge. You're going to be able to see what reserves are. You're going to be able to see how much you would have to bid in increasements to move on to the next one. That's an awesome thing about that thing. You can do, that one has so much power to it that makes it a lot easier. If you guys remember, we used that a couple years ago, and we're going to go back to that. And I'm just going to show you guys that one more time before I get out of here. So this is what that site looked like. This is an old auction. This is what we did for someone else. This is how it looked. And when you clicked on something, it would tell you had to go 25 hours more to the next bid. It actually had we set it for it had to hit a certain number or it wouldn't go, and people knew that. It made the instructions down here easy. So we're going back to that one for the next round. So be prepared. It'll be coming out sometime this week. I do. Yes, Rusty, and that's what we're working on. Yes, we have the list, and that's what we're working on for this. The next auction is going to have a lot of items in it, and it's not going to be on Facebook. It's going to be an auction site, which make it easy. So I seen the lights; they look good. Seen them out there.
Oops.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump out here. We've been on for 3.5 hours, so we did. It ain't 24 hours, but it was 3.5 hours. It felt like 7 hours. Actually, it didn't. These go fast.
Oh my God, are you serious, bro? What are you falling asleep already?
No, I'm not falling asleep. My son's here. My other son's here.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's here with his dog. I hear him out there, so I'm gonna go out there and say hi to them and stuff before I leave.
Cool. No, I was just kidding, bro.
I know.
I heard Sacco's hosting the next 24-hour one.
Yep, he is.
Oh, you know it. I'll host it.
24 hours, baby.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I think you should do 48. 24 hours already been done.
24 for rookies.
That's for
like,
yeah, right?
48-hour live, dude. Go live in the field and everything.
Jesus.
Strap a damn GoPro to you, go out in the field live. Yeah, go all out, bro. Ain't no reason to mess around.
All right.
Mess around, go all out. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he slept in the last one.
Call me when it ends.
Who?
Yeah, he slept.
Who slept on last one?
You.
What?
You catnapped.
I was up the whole time, bro.
I don't know, man. You had them big glasses on. There's a reason why I had dark glasses on because of your eyes. No, he did disappear. Did he disappear for like a half hour or something like that? Or something? He said his internet connection was bad. There was something happening.
I was having dinner, bro. I was having dinner.
Oh, okay. He was having dinner. All right. We'll let him go on that one.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That was crazy one, dude. I remember that was at my office. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I hear somebody knocking on the door. I'm like,
yeah. Remember that? Me too,
like,
bro. We were like, what the hell?
Who the hell's knocking on my door at 2:00 in the morning? I go out there, DoorDash with a like them big box of Joe from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, one of the viewers that watching 24-hour live sent this. Holy shit.
Bro, it was simultaneously. I think who else was on with us? All three of us got the freaking knock on the door.
It was crazy.
That was wild. It was Dan White. Dan White who did it.
Yep. Then we had
great guy.
We had the guy from EcoChem. He's not with them anymore. Jason, I think his name was, right?
Uh-huh.
He came on like in the middle of the night. He came on and he was like drunk. And he made 2 hours go by pretty fast because he was like really funny to sit there and watch.
Well, the
He
last
was
15 minutes, he was sleeping the whole time. We
yeah,
said
he
all
was
kinds
solid.
of shit, and he didn't fucking. He
Yeah,
slept right
he was
through it,
sleeping.
bro.
Yeah, we had the window cleaning outlaw guys on there.
Yeah, yeah. They made it fun too.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good. It was good.
It was the last couple hours that kind of got, it was Sunday afternoon. I don't think
Yeah.
nobody was there. So it was like fucking, that's when we were dragging.
Yep, we were. I know we brought people in from like out of the country, like those late hours, like Perry Tate, and because it was
Yep,
like
yep.
it was daytime for him. He was in China. It was daytime. It was freaking middle of the night for us. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here, guys. But we'll yeah,
Thank
we
you
will.
to everybody that freaking hung out with us this last 3 hours. Thank you
Yep,
guys. Thank you, Jamie, Jared,
Hey,
you know,
thank you, Saka.
Don.
yep. Thank you, Saka. We appreciate you, bro. And then we'll
You
get
stepped
together and we'll what we'll do is maybe we'll do the auction. We'll figure out a good end time for that one. You know, to probably run for like probably a week, I guess.
Yeah,
I think when I asked
definitely.
ChatGPT, it said 3 to 5 days was a good time for a fast auction, something, whatever. But we'll figure out an end time where we can actually where it will end up being like on a good day and time where we can actually go live for maybe the last 5 hours or whatever. Because that'd be a
Yeah.
lot easier because we can actually have the link instead of being Facebook page. We can just have the link.
Yeah.
People can go there and bid on that too. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I appreciate all you guys.
I appreciate you all, man.
Everybody to watch, everybody that donated, everybody that won something, or if you just watched or whatever. We appreciate y'all.
And please, if you can donate, if you can bid, send a prayer for the roots, please.
Yeah.
I think the power of prayer helps a lot in these moments. So let's do that.
Yep. Send them a prayer. Give me your
send her-
thoughts, man.
just donate something, even if it's a couple quick connects. Help a brother out.
Yeah.
Donate
Yep.
a spray gun. Everybody needs spray guns. Somebody donate a couple spray guns. Like little shit like that will go a long way. You throw a spray gun on there that's $35, I guarantee that'll be bidded over $100 because we all know where it's going. So let's go.
And I just shared the link, guys. That's the link to the GoFundMe page. You can go there too. If you say, "Hey, I just want to go donate a couple bucks," go ahead. You want to donate, $10, $5, whatever you can afford. It'll help them, man. It'll help them. So, all right. Peace out.
Good night,
we will
guys.
see you guys again.
All right, sounds good, guys.
Good stuff. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.